You're listening to the Experience Pros Radio Show, the most positive business talk show in America. Best-selling authors of Lists That Saved My Business and founders of the Extreme Customer Service Directory, Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer, are inspiring you to get your business right. They know that customer experience isn't just another thing, it's the only thing. Let's join Angel and Eric for today's program.
Good morning and welcome to the Experience Pros Radio Show with Angel and Eric. Very nice to have you with us today. We're here to remind you that small business is big business. Your business is our business. And it's another blustery day in the Denver town.
You know, it was a little rainy yesterday.
It's going to be a little rainy.
You were actually pretty spot on your forecast.
Well, it's going to be a little rainy again today with partly cloudy with afternoon showers and thunderstorms. High of 76 degrees. And then we start our upward climb back to respectable August-like weather, but it's going to be a while. You got to wait till the weekend.
Till the weekend.
Yep.
All right, I'll wait.
There you go.
I'll wait.
You'll wait.
I'll just be here waiting.
All right. Well, welcome to a new trading day. Let's keep this short and sweet. You know that negative mood that came from Wednesday is kind of extending into today. U.S. stock futures are dropping. European markets are slumping. French and German stocks are down 1%. Asian markets ending the day mostly weaker, except for Taiwan, which managed to pop up by 1.1%. Okay, that doesn't seem to move you. How about this? Right. Let's talk about Jimmy Choo. You know, the shoes.
Yeah, do you?
Do I have your attention?
Were you
Can I interrupt what you're doing and talk a little Jimmy Choo?
I don't think you can, but what do you think you know?
Really? Well, Jimmy Choo's stocks are surging by about 5% because of higher than better expectations and results.
Do you know why he is having higher, better than expectations?
I actually do.
Yeah?
He's released a line and is encouraging or increasingly boosting his line of men's shoes.
Men's shoes.
Surprise.
So the men's shoes, because of the launch of men's shoes, Jimmy Choo men's shoes.
Not the launch of men's shoes, but the launch of a new line.
A new line of men's shoes. He's increasing his stock.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Upwards of 5%. I mean, that's a big move.
That is a big move. That is a huge move.
What do you know about Jimmy Choo that I'm not covering?
No. I'm just curious.
My shoes are shiny.
They are super duper shiny.
Yep.
Yeah.
I had them shined yesterday.
All right, very good. Yeah, Eric actually is kind of a shoe guy, so
I kind of am.
Right, he'll keep up with us on this conversation.
Well, I started this conversation with you 15 years ago when I started becoming a shoe guy because of you. Not just a guy shoe guy. I'm a girl shoe guy.
Okay. I think when I hear a girl shoe guy is a guy who wants to wear girl shoes. So I don't think you're a girl shoe guy.
You must have misunderstood me.
Yes, I think I did.
Because that was not what I said. Let's move on. In earnings and economics, big companies are reporting results today before the open, including a range of retailers: Dollar General, Dollar Tree, Movado Group. They make cool watches. Sears Holdings, Tiffany & Company. Do I have your attention? Tiffany
Yes.
and Companies reporting their earnings before the openings. And TD Bank. It's going to be kind of a slumpy day in the market. However, you got Tiffany and Jimmy Choo. What else do you need?
You know what? I would be happy to stop there. I'm thinking shoes and jewelry, little bling, little shoe. We are good to go. Mic drop to the news, but I
would
know.
be willing to let you drop that, except it's time. It's time for You Choose the News, the game show at the top of the hour that we like to play because it's at the top of the hour, and we like game shows. The news is questionable. It certainly has nothing to do with shoes and or jewelry, at least not at this moment. But I've got a couple of stories for you to choose the order in which we deliver. Hide and Seek World Championship. How about Eat Up or Pay Up? Sega's snarky message. Or an all-you-can-eat cafe of a different sort.
All-you-can-eat cafe of a different sort.
You got it. Tokyo has an all-you-can-eat cookie cafe, and the amazing deal costs less than $10. Yes, they serve milk. For an ordinarily abstemious country, don't ask me what that means. Japan has a pretty big soft spot for all-you-can-eat deals. Just this summer alone, we've seen offers of limitless fried chicken, donuts, and yakiniku.
Oh, need some more yakiniku.
I think everybody does. Most of these promotions are limited time affairs, which helps prevent Japanese society from collapsing from an overload of gluttonous gastronomic bliss. One extremely important exception, though, can be found at the cookie chain Aunt Stella, also known as Stella Obasan in Japanese. Many of the... I just had a little train wreck in my head, and I would get in trouble if I say it over the air. Many of the popular chain's 60-some odd locations are located in the Tokyo area. Some have attached cafes to serve drinks as well. But the most special of Aunt Stella branches are the select ones that offer all-you-can-eat cookies all year round. And there you have it, unlimited cookies.
Unlimited cookies and milk?
It's about $8.50. Milk is extra.
Oh, the milk is extra. Mm-hmm. Oh, I thought the milk was included.
Let's be clear about the offer.
Oh.
It's all-you-can-eat cookies.
Cookies.
And if you want milk, it's extra.
You got to buy the milk to dunk and dip and wash it down. All you can eat cookies for $10. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Each individual cookie is small enough to be eaten in a single bite, making it easy to compare flavors and discover your favorites. Oh. And if you find yourself getting tired of sweet tastes, you can switch it over to some more cracker-like offerings such as sesame or basil potato.
You can just sit there and eat bite-sized cookies all morning long. All
morning long.
It's a lot of cookies.
Yeah. That's because it's unlimited.
It is. How many cookies do you think
I could eat? I don't know.
2?
3.
3.
3.
But a few.
Yeah.
A few, because I've seen you eat a few tacos that are pretty much bite-sized for you.
I prefer to eat one large taco, but they don't make them that big, so I just kind of go with multiples.
Yeah, bite-sized tacos.
Yeah. Sega's snarky message.
All right.
Eat up or pay up, or the hide-and-seek world championship.
Ooh, the hide-and-seek world championship, please.
It's an actual event. The game of hide-and-seek may not yet be an Olympic sport, although efforts are being made in that regard. But it's apparently popular enough to have its own world championship. What started out as a one-time event thought up by Italian publication Control Magazine in 2010, eventually turned into an annual event that grew with every edition. This year, the 6th Nascondino World Championship. Nascondino is Italian for hide and seek. It will take place on the 3rd and 4th of September in the beautiful village of Consano, once a bustling tourist attraction complete with its own zoo, sightseeing train, and several electric buildings. It's become a ghost town recently, but event organizers consider the settlement perfect for the grand hide-and-seek competition. Hide-and-seek. When I was a camp speaker and professional magician, hide-and-seek was a full-contact sport.
Everything for you. Playing Monopoly was a full-contact sport.
That's true as well.
How did you turn hide-and-seek into a full-contact sport?
Well, I'm a little competitive.
Just a little.
I'm a little competitive.
Okay, are you now?
And so I am known to climb 80 feet into a tree. True.
Wow.
In order to hide. Did you fall out of said tree?
No. You can also climb out of a tree.
But in order
that's a skill.
That is a skill.
I mean, getting in the tree, one thing. Can you get out of the tree?
You've got to defy gravity while you're doing it. No, but going up into the tree, before I went up, I strapped tree branches complete with leaves around my legs.
Oh, you even
around
had some
my torso.
Camouflage.
Big time.
How did you strap, like with your belt, shoelaces?
No, duct tape, baby. Duct tape.
Who's packing duct tape when they go to play?
You have no idea the go kit that I pack when I know that I will be the camp speaker. Hide and seek. Serious. Going to Germany. All right. Eat up or pay up, or Sega's snarky message.
Snarky message, please.
Sega's been hiding a snarky message on its arcade bags for 2 years. No one noticed until now. And now my little computer froze.
Your little computer froze.
Well, let me tell you a little something about this, because I did my research and I know what the story is all about. You see, Sega, you know those vending machines that have the crane, that grab the toys
Yes.
Okay. Well, here's the deal with Sega's vending machines. I can't believe this thing's not moving.
So you always try to get the really cool toy, but it's buried underneath, and that claw.
Yeah, it's toothless.
Yes.
Right. Well, the snarky message is, here it is. I finally pulled it up. After all, playing it loud was Nintendo's thing. Back in the salad days, Sega was known for having a bit of an edge in its video game marketing. Are you serious, Mr. Bill? Got it.
Eric wasn't watching the time. Not pacing yourself there.
You know what, folks? We're going to come back.
Oh, no.
And I'm going to tell you Sega's snarky message on the other side of these messages. We love you for tuning in. Thanks for listening to the Experience Pros Radio Show on Denver's Money Talk, 1690 KDMT.
America's home for positive business talk. You're listening to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Contact them on the web at experiencepros.com.
Denver's Money Talk, 1690 AM.
Stock markets go up and go down. Hi, I'm Linda Gardner, host of Your Money, Your Retirement, Saturday morning at 10 on Denver's Money Talk. Are you worried about the markets? How will you protect your assets? With recent stock market volatility, where should your money be now? Call me today and schedule a complimentary stress test of your portfolio. Call 720-488-8604. That's 720-488-8604. Or go to yourmoneyyourretirement.com. That's yourmoneyyourretirement.com.
Let's talk about America's Wellness Clinic, where they are addressing two of the greatest concerns today, especially as people get older: health and financial well-being. Feeling perpetually unfocused, sluggish, tired, or exhausted? For about the same cost as a daily cup of coffee, America's Wellness Clinic offers applications that can boost blood circulation, enhance energy, reduce stress, manage sleep, help mental acuity, and give regenerative abilities for sports and work injuries. Over 100,000 Americans die each year from adverse prescription drug reactions. America's Wellness Clinic provides a simple test that reveals which prescription drugs will work best for you. Soon, America's Wellness Clinic will be providing a non-invasive cancer predisposition test, analyzing 31 genes linked to 8 of the most prevalent and devastating cancers. And what about your financial well-being? The professionals at America's Wellness Clinic provide continuous seminars and information about reverse mortgages, insurance, tax and estate planning, long-term care, college funding sources, alternative investments, and much more. Let America's Wellness Clinic provide you with sensible health and wealth solutions. Call 303-985-4604 or visit them online at americaswellnessclinic.com.
How many times have we quit drinking only to start again after a few days, maybe even the same day? I'm Greg Hoffman, founder of Go Sober. There's a reason we can't stay quit for long. When we drink alcohol frequently, over time it dampens the reward response. Then, when we quit, we can't produce enough rewards, so we go into a deficit and our brain starts cueing us to replenish. Alcohol does this instantly, so most of us resume drinking. The key is, how do we restore the dopamine response so we get what we need naturally once again? At Go Sober, we not only restore the dopamine response, we also stack the deck in your favor to produce these rewards naturally like we used to before alcohol. Call us today to find out how this works. Our goal for you is indifference towards alcohol and happiness starting today. Call us at 303-827-4837 or find us at gosober.org.
Reset your life. Call Go Sober, 303-827-4837 or visit gosober.org.
Stifling regulations, the overtime rule, burdening health care laws, overtaxation. Small business in America is under attack. My name is Jeff Wazen, and I serve as president of the Colorado Business Roundtable. Today, business failures now outpace new business startups. In order to protect the American economy, we need to implement policies that will help small businesses grow. That's why the Colorado Business Roundtable is proud to support the Bring Small Businesses Back national tour, kicking off right here in Colorado. This tour will discuss real ways to fight back against the record number of new regulations and burdensome mandates. Join Job Creators Network President Alfredo Ortiz, Congressman Mike Kaufman, Heidi Ganal, and KNUS host and Denver attorney Dan Kaplis on Monday, August 29th at 8:30 a.m. at the Hyatt Regency DTC. Visit cobrt.com or 710knus.com to register for this free event and learn more about the Bring Small Businesses Back tour.
I wonder what America would look like if students like me took their Bibles to school. Yet in many schools, students are being told they can't. The truth is, you can bring your Bible to school. It's your First Amendment right.
Focus on the Family is sponsoring Bring Your Bible to School Day on Thursday, October 6th. It's a day for students to boldly put their religious freedoms into practice. Register for a chance to win a free trip for 4 to see the Newsboys in concert and meet the band in person. Go to bringyourbible.org. Bring your Bible to School Day. Bring it, share it, live it.
This is the Experience Pros Radio Show. Got an opinion or want to ask us a question? Email radio@experiencepros.com or message us on the Experience Pros Facebook page, and we'll interact with you live on the show.
Hey, welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to join us for hours. Angel and Eric here to help you get your business right. Back to our topic of Sega's snarky message.
Right.
We're talking about the little video game cranes, you know, the where you have a crane that tries to grab something and drop it, and what it does is drops it all the time. Never hardly.
Right. Never grabs the really cool toy, but always grabs something else. And for some reason, it won't let go of the odd something else.
Right.
But it will not hold on to, has no teeth to carry the thing you really want.
So back in its heyday, Sega was known for having a bit of an edge in its video game marketing. The company's lost a lot of that swagger over the past 15 years, though, since it's hard not to learn some humility when your industry rivals pummel you so badly, you have to scrap your console hardware division entirely. However, there's a little bit of good-natured attitude still left over at Sega, even if it's not as out in the open as it used to be. While Sega is out of the hardware business, it still manufactures a chain of arcades in Japan. And while some of its most popular machines are those UFO catchers, you know, the crane, right? Crane games. Something strange has been noticed about the bag's design. Each one of the little toys that come are wrapped up in individual bags, right? On the outside of the bags is the Sega logo, and on top and below the Sega logo are 2 blue bars. In those blue bars seems to be a apparently random smattering of dots and dashes. What do dots and dashes add up to?
Code.
Morse code.
Yeah.
In fact, the Morse code of the Sega vending machines, if you will, go on to say that UFO catcher is not a vending machine. In other words, we're just taking your money. And we know it.
Oh.
That's the little code, though. It says across the circles and squares, says there's no,
So it's in code. It's in Morse code.
Yep.
And it says Sega is not a vending machine.
UFO catcher is not a vending machine.
It's not a vending machine, which means we're not here to vend anything.
Yeah, you don't put your money in and get something out every time.
Every time,
in fact,
like the bag of chips.
You put lots of money in, and you rarely get anything out.
Pardon me.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you guys know those games are completely and totally rigged, right?
They have to be.
Well,
I mean, I don't know how.
There's no strength to the claws.
Well, actually, the strength can be adjusted. It is a completely and totally rigged system. There is a computer on the inside of the machine that the owner, a proprietor of the facility, can open up and can code the machine to basically code how strong the claw is, and can even put in a setting that when the claw gets 3/4 of the way up, it loses tension in the hand and it drops the item. and it can tell you how often it will do that. You can set everything to how strong that hand is, to how often it will drop what you have. In fact, the only way to really win...
You know too much about this.
I know. In fact, the only way you win is when it's first fully stocked, because that's the one time that all of those, when you watch the guy stuff all the toys in, you can always win then, because it's the one time that some of those codes don't work as well because the prices are too high, it doesn't raise it high enough. And yeah, but that's the one time you can win. Other than that, it's completely and totally rigged.
Interesting.
Yeah. And it's rigged by the guy that owns the machine.
That owns the machine, so the business owner. So not necessarily Sega, they just to make it available.
Yeah.
So they can adjust it.
But the owner can go in there and has all these settings on the inside. He has his dials and switches depending on the model.
So if people are winning too often, but then you can go in there like for a week and make it a little easier so that people are like, yeah, I won. Yeah, go back and do that again to entice them in. Yeah, what do you know about slot machines?
Not too much.
Pretty much the same thing.
Yeah, pretty much
exactly the same thing.
I'm kind of thinking,
rigged.
Remember that. Eric's going to Vegas tomorrow.
Going to Vegas tomorrow.
So, remember that when you Put your quarter in.
Yeah.
And remember us when you hit the huge lottery.
Oh, okie dokie.
When you play that one, $5 slot and win $50,000.
Yeah.
I had a friend that did that.
Really?
Yeah, $5 slot.
If
and win
that
50
happens, 10% for you, 10% for you, and 10% for me, and the rest goes to taxes. All right, let's. We tend to tiptoe around a segment really rarely these days called augmented reality. It's time to talk Pokemon Go for business.
Pokemon Go! It's you and me. I just ran into a tree. Oh, I met new friends in the park at 2 a.m. Catch 'em all. Well, this is
That's the way that the people feel about Pokemon Go. Got to catch them all. Apparently, that sentiment is not shared by the Commerce City Police Department. 2 Commerce City police officers were removed from their training responsibilities after getting caught playing Pokemon Go yesterday. The officers were playing the popular game while on duty and training recruits. They were removed from duty.
While training recruits.
Yeah, removed from duty after their game playing was brought to their supervisor's attention. The officers were removed from field training responsibilities. Did not lose their jobs, but the public information officer for Commerce City Police issued this statement on the incident. Quote, Commerce City places the highest value on protecting the public and upholding the trust of the people we serve. We hold our officers to the highest standard and expect unquestionable integrity. When supervisors discovered this performance issue, it was immediately addressed. The officers' training duties were removed, and these duties have yet to be restored. The city takes reports of misconduct very seriously and investigates such claims, taking decisive action when appropriate. End quote. Thank you to 9 News KUSA for that story. Commerce City will be safer eventually.
Wow.
And it came across an interesting article on petapixel.com, 10 similarities between Pokemon Go and a wedding photography business.
Oh?
Yeah, we won't have time for all of them because that dang clock keeps ticking. But here's number 1. Everyone starts somewhere. By the time you begin Pokemon Go journey, others more experienced than you will have leveled up their characters, and there's no chance you'll ever compare. In the wedding photography industry, there are wedding photographers who have years of experience ahead of you. But don't worry, that doesn't mean you can't play. Get in. Number 2, you can't catch them all. There's supposedly 151 Pokemon, but chances are you'll never see 151 on your screen, let alone catch them all. Just as there are plenty of...
Didn't somebody though.
Did, but he had to go around the world to do it. And most of us won't think about getting beyond our block.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Okay.
So, the guy who wrote this says, I once saw Gyarados as I was a passenger in the car, but I was unable to even click on it before it disappeared on the screen. Run out of Pokeballs, all this stuff. At times, you say all the right things to a prospective wedding photography client and even throw in a free engagement session or a free canvas print, only to have them disappear on you. Remember, you can't catch them all. Remember to enjoy what you do and have fun. Don't get caught on the fear of losing out. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry with couples getting married every single day of the week. Do the work, be consistent, show up, take care of existing customers, paid or otherwise, and paying customers will come. And finally, patience is everything. In the game and in the game of wedding photography, let's just call it small business. That's your augmented reality. Thanks for listening. We'll be back right after these messages.
Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
Hey everyone, it's Eric. We're currently in a news break, but you can check out all the resources Experience Pros has to offer by visiting experiencepros.com. There you'll find the Extreme Customer Service Directory, information about our membership community, leads groups, networking events, and so much more. Are you looking to increase visibility for your small business? Look no further than experiencepros.com. Wondering what we can do for you? Ask any of our members, or better yet, Call our office today and speak with one of our visibility experts. 720-344-2446. That's 720-344-2446. Hey everyone, it's Eric. We're currently in a news break, but you can check out all the resources Experience Pros has to offer by visiting experiencepros.com. There you'll find the Extreme Customer Service Directory, information about our membership community, leads groups, networking events, and so much more. Are you looking to increase visibility for your small business? Look no
Financial Words of Wisdom with Market Wrap host Mo Ansari.
Don't tell me technicals do not matter. Of course they matter.
Let your winners run, cut your losers quickly. Being hyperactive is just as bad as being a Holden Hoper. Middle of the road is the answer, and that's what you need to do.
It's helpful financial food for thought on your drive home with a host who tells it like it is. Market Wrap with Mo Ansari.
Weeknights at 6 on Denver's Money Talk, 1690 AM.
All right, people, let's get to class. Okay, thank you. Hey, Charlie, what's that book you've got there?
It's my Bible.
I don't think you're allowed to have that here.
Actually, Mr. Kiley, he can. It's totally legal.
Bring Your Bible to School Day, Thursday, October 6th. Learn more at bringyourbible.org. Plus, register for a chance to win a free trip for 4 to see the Newsboys in concert and meet the band in person. Bringyourbible.org. Bring it, share it, live it.
This is Dan Kaplis. A wise person once told me, if you don't have a seat at the table, you are going to end up on the menu. I think that applies directly to personal injury and wrongful death cases. If you're not represented by a highly accomplished law firm, the insurance company is probably going to eat you for lunch and you'll never even know it. So if you want to make sure that you and your claim are treated with the respect you deserve, give me a call. We are a serious firm for serious cases. And for 30 years, we have proven our ability to go up against the best the other side has to offer and to win. Our personal injury clients include everyone from the poorest of the poor to CEOs, teachers, farmers, police officers, doctors, lawyers, and professional athletes. We are able to make the vast resources of our firm available to good people from all walks of life by taking righteous cases on a percentage fee basis. You can reach me at 303-770-5551. That's 303-770-5551 or dankapleslaw.com. That's dankapleslaw.com.
If you have a rental property, you need to listen to this message. Recent changes in the fair housing rules may greatly impact your property and how you rent. It used to be that a landlord could say no felonies on the application, but the rules have changed. To get more information on these recent changes, contact Legacy Properties PM. You've invested time, energy, and money into your property, and without professional management, you may be stuck with stress and aggravation trying to rent. With Legacy Properties PM, you can feel more at ease knowing your property's managed well, and you're getting the best return on investment. Legacy Properties PM will handle your tenants by following the most up-to-date fair housing rules, showing the property, having the correct lease agreement signed, handling the hassles of repairs and repairmen, and dealing with late rent, fees, or evictions. Call Legacy Properties PM at 720-989-1996 or visit online at legacyproperties-pm.com. That's legacyproperties-pm.com. The experts in landlord stress removal.
Where do you keep the things that are most important to you? At home, right? But just how secure is your home? Do you own a security system? And if so, is it currently being monitored? Have you signed up for monitoring service only to find out there were rate hikes and other hidden fees buried in the fine print? It's time for something different, something better. ProSec is changing the way Coloradans look at security. ProSec will send a professional to your home, evaluate your needs, and give you an honest assessment. No hidden agendas, fees, or complicated contract terms. And with ProSec, your monthly rate is guaranteed for the entire term of your agreement. Stop paying those increasing rates and let ProSec take the mystery out of home security. Call 303-835-8100, 303-835-8100, or visit ProSecAlarm.com. That's PROSEC alarm.com. Get a free home security camera system or up to 4 months of free monitoring with new account activation.
The Experience Pros Radio Show, home of the original Fan Braggin Fridays. Take just 20 seconds to become a business revolutionary by sharing a Fan Braggin story of great customer service by using the hashtag FanBrag or calling the Fan Braggin hotline at 855-FAN-BRAG, FANBRAG. Now back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show with Angel and Eric. Very nice to have you along with us. Is your website user-friendly?
User-friendly?
Excuse me.
Well, at one point, I actually had somebody come in to me and say, Angel, you have the most un-user-friendly website I've ever tried to participate in.
Wow, that's the love language of nobody.
Right, that was pretty harsh. It made us take an assessment of what was missing. And of course, gave me rattled off the list pretty darn quickly of what he was trying to look for and couldn't do, which was helpful.
Sure.
Right? These are the things that I wanted to do and I couldn't do it. That was super helpful. I could go and fix this.
Right.
He found a fun little article. He was talking about needing to make a Skype phone call.
Yep.
And he had a new computer, so he needed to download Skype again, right, and enter his password.
Sure.
Easy enough, except he couldn't remember his password.
Been there, done that.
I remember going on vacation one time and coming back, and there was a website. And I could not remember my password. Could not. Well, it has your username and your password, and so I couldn't remember it, and I called. This must have been like eons ago when you still called people, right? And turns out it wasn't my password.
You were using the wrong username.
I was using the wrong username.
That'll do it too.
Right? So I'm rattling off. Is it this? Is it that? Is it this? And of course he can't tell me. And so I'm like, forget it. I got nothing. And finally he says to me, it's an email address. Because I was just like, different usernames. Right, usernames. He says, it's an email address. As soon as he told me it was an email address, Ding. I knew exactly what it was.
Yeah.
This guy, he says that he, of course, couldn't remember the password, so did a reset where they, send you the reset so you can reset your password. And of course, it gives you all the guidelines, right? Capital letters, lowercase letters. He says numbers, blood of my enemy, etc. Some of those may not be actual requirements. But as soon as they showed me the guidelines, he said I knew instantly what my old password was. So his recommendation was, why not show the guidelines on the enter your password page instead of sending me to do a whole reset? Because that was the key
You just
trigger.
need a little reminder.
Like, oh, that's right. I had to do it like this. And now I remember. So he says, lots of easy fixes to our website or our apps to make it more user-friendly. And here are a couple things he says we end users would like to see. Indeed. The first one, of course, you just mentioned, putting password guidelines on the enter password page. Second one is kill the begging pop-ups. Please, please, please. Oh, please sign up for my newsletter. Please. Nothing makes me less likely to sign up for your website than having to click through your pop-ups. I tend to agree. And and then the pop-ups that follow you. Yeah, these are the new rages that that come on. You go to the website, you scroll around a little bit, and then as soon as your mouse bridges the gap towards closing the tab, up pops this sign that jingles in front of you and says, "Oh, please, please, please sign up for." No, and the ones that really get people going are the ones that say, "No thanks, I don't care about my business." Right. Don't make me click that. I don't care about learning anything new. I want to live under a rock for the rest of my life. The first time it was funny. After that, it's just insulting. Just because I don't want your newsletter doesn't mean I don't care about your business. I remember a gentleman trying to sell my husband and I a vacuum that was way out of our budget when we were newly married. And I had 2 twin baby girls, right, at the time. And he really was insulting me of something about that I didn't care about the health of my children. Right. I didn't value, the health of my children. And I'm like, well, the health of my children I value. It's your vacuum I have an issue with. This is a little aside, but I think it's on target with the conversation. I remember when I was on stage, I remember being told by my mentor that no member of the audience should ever be made a fool, right? You don't put jokes at other people's expense. And in this week, I have been perhaps more aware than more often, but
I have seen so many people on stage make other people the butt of their critical jokes. And that's hard to watch. And the same thing, making you feel uncomfortable as a mother, making me feel uncomfortable if I don't want to sign up for your newsletter. That's not okay.
It's a tactic, right? It's one where we're always joking, right? Just joking, right? But somebody's always on the receiving end of that joke. Right. And to say I'm just joking is your way of not being held accountable.
Right. If you're going to joke about yourself.
Joke about yourself. Don't make somebody else the butt end, right? And I think a lot of times we think, well, they're just insensitive, or they can't take a joke, or they, right? Well, if you had a good enough relationship with them that you guys did this back and forth to each other, right, then maybe that's just kind of the nature of the relationship.
If you get that shtick, but
most cases you don't know this person well enough to make that kind of a judgment upon them, and then not to be held accountable when maybe they did strike a nerve for me, and I'm standing up saying it struck a nerve for me.
Right.
And yet you can't accept that maybe you crossed the line.
Right. Let's go one step further. Even if you know them really, really well, just probably shouldn't do that. Don't make somebody else the butt of your critical joke. That's all.
Unless it's your brother.
All right. If you have to keep the pop-ups, make sure that they're mobile friendly. That's an important piece.
All right. Don't hide important information or not have it available. This was one of the things that we were, he's like, I couldn't find this piece of information that I was looking for. And in our world, and again, this is why you have to kind of look at it from the user side. This was common knowledge in our world. This is where you find it.
It's
this
right
is
here.
what it is. And this is
it's not missing.
Right. It's not missing, but we all know it. But you have to think of a brand new person, brand new user, not as familiar with your products and services as you are, right? They don't eat, sleep, and breathe it.
Remember when my dad, who's 80-something years old, wrote me an email saying, I can't ever use your website. I can never listen to your radio show again because I can't find the feed. And it was right in the middle. And we actually had a lot of people saying, I can't find it. We'd go, it's right there. It's See the
right
radio
there.
tab, the one that says radio?
Right,
click that.
Right there. But what we ended up discovering was missing. We needed to put like a little play arrow in it. So people would say,
that's a video.
That's a video.
Yeah.
It wasn't as obvious to anybody else. We knew it because that's what we put there.
Solved the whole thing with a little blue button at the top of the page. It says, listen here. It's on the top of every page.
Right. That you can click. All right. Make your menu easy to find, obviously. Autoplay sound, he says, forget about it.
Yeah, if you load up a page and it starts making noise, especially in the middle of the night, that is no.
He says you don't need a flash intro.
I'm surprised this actually made the list because...
It was cool once upon a time.
Yeah, that was back in the 90s. The flash hasn't been around for a very long time. Video, however, is making a big, huge comeback, especially video backgrounds. But you do not need a flash intro.
Here's one we talked about just yesterday. Don't make me sign up before I look around.
That's right.
A lot of times you'll go, and before you can even get into the site, they want your contact information. Here's what they're going to get. They're going to get my Hotmail address.
Yep.
I don't even know if I have a Hotmail account anymore, but that's the address that I'm going to give to you.
The throwaway email.
Right? We have not established that I want to get anything from you. You haven't established that I'm a worthwhile client yet or prospect yet. And so a lot of times they want you to sign up before you even get in. Those are the ones I click out of instantly, or give them a phony email.
Visitors to your address, or to your website, do not want to click to read more. Many of them have always hated slideshows, but sometimes click through if the pictures are relevant to the topic. Slideshow with stock photo pictures is downright evil, they say. Recently, there's a new trend of articles with a click to read more button, which is designed to take you deeper into the website. The longer you go, the more the analytics say that you've invested in the brand, product, and or service. Fact of the matter is, you're going to lose a lot of readers by that click more.
Yeah.
Just tell me what you want to tell me.
We got here already.
Yep.
Give us what it is that we're looking for.
That's right.
Don't push us through just to change, just to get different analytics. And I know you want to track everything, right? You want to see how many pages, how long do we stay, how many hoops did you get this monkey to jump through? We're tired of being your monkey.
Seriously?
We're your customers. We want to do business with you. Remember that. Remember, if you make it really easy for us to play with you on our website, we're going to think it's really easy when we buy something from you. But if you put these little hindrances at the very beginning before I've given you my money, I know for sure you're going to be a hassle to do business with.
Finally, make it easy to read. Just because you may be smarter than a fifth grader doesn't mean you should write at a fifth grade or a higher level. Make it easy to read, and they will come back. All right, folks, thank you so much for tuning in. We'll be right back with more positive business talk, your fan brags, and an event coming up next Monday that you're not going to want to miss. All that on the Experience Pros Radio Network.
You're listening to the Experience Pros Radio Show, America's home for positive business talk.
Denver's Money Talk, 1690 AM. If you think the only job at a radio station is on a microphone, you're missing some great opportunities. Salem Media of Colorado has positions in several areas, including advertising, sales, promotions, business administration, and engineering. Find out more about career opportunities by visiting the Colorado Broadcasters Virtual Job Fair from Monday, August 22nd to Friday, August 26th at broadcastersvirtualjobfair.com. This job fair will provide information about openings available in the broadcast industry, as well as specific positions right here at Salem Media of Colorado. You'll have the opportunity to apply for these exciting jobs online and begin your career in Colorado's broadcast industry. Minorities and women are strongly encouraged to visit us, so get online and get your broadcasting career jump-started today. Visit the Colorado Broadcasters Job Fair, sponsored by Salem Media of Colorado at broadcastersvirtualjobfair.com. That's broadcastersvirtualjobfair.com, and get your broadcasting career jump-started today.
This is Dan Kaplis. Our firm is dedicated to always being on the leading edge of the practice of personal injury law. That includes game-changing, next-generation technology, nationally respected experts, and innovative visual tools that help us bring our client's case to life for the purposes of settlement or, if necessary, trial. We only accept a limited number of cases, so we're able to devote to each client our full arsenal of technology, skilled attorneys, and staff. We are a serious firm for serious cases, and we make the vast resources of our firm available to good people from all walks of life by taking righteous cases on a percentage fee basis. If you'd like to talk with me about your case, just give me a call or email me through our website. There's no charge for an initial consultation. 303-770-5551, 303-770-5551, or dankapleslaw.com. That's dankapleslaw.com.
This is Albert Mohler for townhall.com. The recently completed Olympic Games in Rio raised the question of whether transgender athletes will be permitted to compete in their designated gender category in future games. Diana Nyad, a famous long-distance female swimmer, addressed the issue for National Public Radio. She points to Renee Richards, the most famous of the transgender pioneers when it comes to sport. Nyad said, quote, Renee played world-class tennis as Richard Ruskin and then successfully sued to play in the 1977 U.S. Open women's draw as Renee. But there was protest. This reveals the central hypocrisy at the very heart of the sexual and gender revolution, the claim that somehow biological sex can be instantly overcome by declaring a contrasting gender identity. But when it comes to sports, changing one's gender by declaration does not reduce one's height, nor does it change one's basic body profile in terms of the musculoskeletal system. Tampering with the male-female pattern will lead to confusion and worse. I'm Albert Mohler.
Tune in to Money Talk KDMT 1690 every Saturday at noon for the best advice on building that nest egg. You'll hear expert advice on feathering your nest, caching resources for the future, and going for the gold finches, with a show that can put a little more green in your day-to-day living. While they may not be Wall Street wizards, they are the wizards of wildlife, and if you'd like to add these beautiful colors and melodious songs of wild birds to your portfolio, listen to Bird Talk, Saturdays at noon on 1690 KDMT, presented by Wild Birds Unlimited. David and Scott Menno will enrich your life with tips on attracting birds, butterflies, bats, bees, and other things that don't start with the letter B. The Bird Brothers will bring you fascinating interviews, nature news, insights on building the best wild bird habitat, and we hope to bring you a smile and a chuckle or two as well. So listen to Bird Talk every Saturday at noon, right here on Money Talk 1690 KDMT.
Are you worried about having enough money to retire on your terms? What about taking that anniversary trip you've been dreaming of? If you answered yes, and you're a homeowner who's at least 62 years old, now is the time to call Acclaim Mortgage and learn about your options for a reverse mortgage. Acclaim Mortgage knows there are myths out there about reverse mortgages, and one of them being that the lender becomes the title owner of your home if you take out a reverse mortgage. Well, that's not true. Did you know that you'll still be the title owner of your home if you take out a reverse mortgage? Acclaim Mortgage is here to help answer all of your questions about reverse mortgages. Locally owned for over 20 years with an A-plus Better Business Bureau rating and thorough knowledge of the Denver real estate market, Acclaim Mortgage is your go-to for assistance with reverse mortgages. With home values so high, now is the perfect time to call Acclaim Mortgage. So think beach and call 303-753-9400 or visit acclaimmortgage.com. Again, that's 303-753-9400 or acclaimmortgage.com. Call or visit the website today, 303-753-9400 or acclaimmortgage.com.
Revolutionizing the way people treat people in business. The Experience Pros, America's home for positive business talk.
The following portion of the Experience Pros program is sponsored in part by Job Creators Network.
Hey, you're the lifeblood of the American economy. You, the small business owner, you may have one employee, maybe 10. How about 20 or even 50? And you're working harder and harder to keep your business going. Ever increasing taxes, increasing regulations, and ever shrinking access to capital, making it tougher than ever to grow your business. No one, it seems, is out there fighting for you. No one's out there educating the public and elected officials on the local, state, and federal level about your struggles, about your concerns. It's been said that the small business owners are the lifeblood of the American economy, and it's true. And it's why our economy is hurting, because we realize you are hurting. That's why Angel and I are proud to be working with the Job Creators Network. They're founded by entrepreneurs and business owners just like you, business owners who believe that the best way to fight back bad government policy is an educated public and educated public officials. If you're a small business owner and live in the Denver area, we encourage you, no, we urge you to join us on Monday, August 29th for a free networking event. Not just networking, but the Job Creators Network is sponsoring the Bring Small Businesses Back event at the Denver Tech Center Hyatt Regency at 8 a.m. You'll see and hear some of the great small business owners from right here in Denver fighting for you, speaking up for you, and with real-life solutions to your real-life problems. If you're a small business owner, you need to get to the Hyatt Regency Denver Tech Center on August 29th. That's this Monday at 8 a.m. Bring a friend or two who owns small business as well. And to learn more about the Job Creators Network Bring Small Businesses Back campaign, go to defendmainstreet.com. That's defendmainstreet.com. If you show up a little before 8, you might even catch us broadcasting live.
Which we will be broadcasting live. So we'll be there, the crack o' dawn, or as my daddy likes to say, O Dark 30.
It's much more like O Dark 30.
It is much more like O Dark 30. In fact, on Tuesday, earlier this week, we had a breakfast to attend, and so we didn't come in and do the show that morning. I didn't have to get up until 5 a.m.
Yeah.
And Eric, I've got room darkening shades in my bedroom.
So I've heard.
So it's pretty dark in my space because I go to bed when the sun is still out.
Yes, ma'am.
So I come out of my bedroom and it's not pitch dark in the house. First of all, it was luxurious to be able to sleep in until 5, right? And then
which makes you so different than most people.
So different,
anyways.
right?
Yeah.
I get to sleep in until 5.
Yeah.
And even for me in my real world, that was never sleeping in. It wasn't sleeping in. My sister said, unless you missed a meal. So that meant you got up at lunchtime.
Sure.
So come out of my room, my bedroom, and it's not pitch dark in the house.
Wow.
And then, of course, driving over to the breakfast, the sun is coming up. It was, I kind of feel like a vampire sometimes. Like I only live in the dark. You know, I turn my room at like 7 o'clock at night into this, super dark oasis to get my head in the space that it's nighttime. This is when we go to bed. Yeah, I think I am starting to feel like a vampire.
You are no vampire, and allow me to shed another angle on this whole thing. You wake up in the middle of the night, that's true. However, you get to experience 2 days for the price of one.
This is true.
We are done by 8 a.m., and it feels like we've done our work, and then we have a whole nother work day ahead of us.
I do. So we have our first half of the work day, and then a lot of times second part of the day.
That's right.
And so it is like getting 2 days in one. You want to get more out of your day, get up at 3:30 in the morning. I promise you'll get a lot more done.
You want to get more out of your business? Learn to fan brag. Yes, we talk about fan bragging every single day right here on the Experience Pros Radio Show, and it is simply saying something nice about somebody else in business. Yesterday, you and I were at a networking event in Highlands Ranch, and I was introducing myself to somebody who had never heard of us before, and somebody else interrupted me and said, "No, can I please tell the best part about you and Angel?" And I said,
okay.
Sure, absolutely.
I want to hear this too.
And she went on to say, the best part is that these guys created something called fan bragging, and it's saying something nice about somebody else in business. You call up on the radio, and the number is 855-FAN-BRAG, 855-FAN-BRAG, and you say something nice about the people that you like to do business with. And that's not the best part. And I'm like, wow. Where did you get that energy? And she says, the best part is after you say something nice about somebody else, they're going to ask you about your business too. And it's all over the radio. I'm like, wow. That is exactly correct.
You know, when we tell people that they get to call into the show and say something nice and into a fan brag,
Right.
you know, it's bragging about somebody else's customer service. They're kind of in shock.
Yeah.
Like, really? I mean, I get good customer service. I get that. But you really want me
what's
to
the catch?
hear this story? You really want to hear it? We really do want to hear it.
Please.
And then as the reward, as our way of saying thank you, you get to share your contact information as well.
It's free advertising.
And it's free. They are in love with the idea.
Yeah.
It just is, I mean, it's phenomenal that we get to actually call in, be a part of a show that promotes our business.
You have to be intentional, though. And so we're asking right now for you to be intentional. Pick up your phone right now and call 855-FAN-BRAG, 855-326-2724, just like this person did.
This is Sean Cooper with Fit Financial Consulting, LLC. I'm calling today to fan brag about Nick Rockwell with Carpet Direct. I had the opportunity to sit down with Nick a while back and realized I was sitting down with one of those individuals who legitimately cares as much, if not more, about your success than he does his own. So I definitely encourage people to give Nick a call. Not only will you get a great deal on new flooring for your home or business, but you'll also have the opportunity to sit down with a truly amazing individual. You can reach him and get a free in-home quote at 720-903-0845. Again, that's 720-903-0845. And I can be reached at 720-808-6979. Thanks, guys.
And thank you to Sean Cooper for giving us that fan brag. Fan bragging is that easy. You call, you say something nice about somebody else in business. In this case, he did that about Nick Rockwell with Carpet Direct. And you tell us why you love somebody. It's just that simple. And so let's reiterate his message, if you will, please. Nick Rockwell can be reached at Carpet Direct, 720-903-0845. An award-winning member of the Experience Pros Experience Pros Network. And then don't forget Fit Financial Consulting. That's Sean's business. He's the one who made the call. If you say something nice about somebody else, you probably recognize great service.
I think you do. If you're not looking for, if a customer service isn't important to you, when other people are kind to you and generous to you, you probably don't pay any attention to it whatsoever. And the thing about extreme customer service, when you start noticing it, you're going to see that you are attracting more of it. It's good for business. It is a win-win-win. Make sure you fan brag every day.
You can find Sean Cooper at Fit Financial Consulting at 720-808-6979. Thanks for the fan brag, Sean. We appreciate it. Folks, don't go anywhere. We'll be back right after the news and these messages.
America's home for positive business talk. You're listening to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Contact them on the web at experiencepros.com. This is the Experience Pros Radio Show with business revolutionaries Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer. For more information, you can contact the Experience Pros by calling 720-344-2446 or contact them on the web at experiencepros.com or on Facebook and Twitter at Experience Pros. If your customers love you, we want to know you. What are you waiting for? Join the revolution.
KDMT Arvada, Denver. Denver's only business radio station serving Denver's financial community and the everyday investor. Money Talk 16.
Hey everyone, it's Eric. We're currently in a news break, but you can check out all the resources Experience Pros has to offer by visiting experiencepros.com. There you'll find the Extreme Customer Service Directory, information about our membership community, leads groups, networking events, and so much more. Are you looking to increase visibility for your small business? Look no further than experiencepros.com. Wondering what we can do for you? Ask any of our members, or better yet, call our office today and speak with one of our visibility experts. 720-344-2446. That's 720-344-2446. Hey everyone, it's Eric. We're currently in a news break, but you can check out all the resources Experience Pros has to offer by visiting experiencepros.com. There you'll find the Extreme Customer Service Directory, information about our membership community, leads groups, networking events, and so much more. Are you looking to increase visibility for your small business? Look no further than experiencepros.com. Wondering what we can do for you? Ask any of our members, or better yet, call our office today and speak with one of our visibility experts. 720-344-2446. That's 720-344-2446. Hey everyone, it's Eric. We're currently in a news break, but you can check out all the resources Experience Pros has to offer by visiting experiencepros.com. There you'll find the Extreme Customer Service Directory, information about our membership community, leads groups, networking events, and so much more. Are you looking to increase visibility for your small business? Look no further than experiencepros.com. Wondering what we can do for you? Ask any of our members, or better yet, call our office today and speak with one of our visibility experts. 720-344-2446. That's 720-344-2446. Hey everyone, it's Eric. We're currently in a news break, but you can check out all the resources Experience Pros has to offer by visiting experiencepros.com. There you'll find the Extreme Customer Service Directory, information about our membership community, leads groups, networking events, and so much more. Are you looking to increase visibility for your small business? Look no further than experiencepros.com. Wondering what we can do for you? Ask any of our members, or better yet, call our office today and speak with one of our visibility experts. 720-344-2446. That's 720-344-2446. Hey everyone, it's Eric. We're currently in a news break, but you can check out all the resources Experience Pros has to offer by visiting experiencepros.com. There you'll find the Extreme Customer Service Directory, information about our membership community, leads groups, networking events, and so much more. Are you looking to increase visibility for your small business? Look no further than Experience.
The Colorado Business Roundtable brings you Connect and Collaborate weekdays from 4 to 5 p.m. here on Denver's Money Talk, 1690 a.m. Hear from key leaders in Colorado's business community, advocating for proactive business policies that strengthen the economy and help business grow and thrive in Colorado, as well as helping to make Colorado the best place to live now and for generations to come. Connect and Collaborate weekdays from 4 to 5 p.m. right here on Denver's Money Talk, 1690 and MoneyTalk1690.com.
You keep wondering about refinancing options. You know rates are low, but don't know how to go about getting the best rate and best type of loan for your situation. What do you even need to get started? Wonder no more. Go to CherylAnswers.com. Cheryl of ALMC Mortgage has put together a checklist of what you need to know and frequently asked questions when it comes to your mortgage. Get answers. Go to CherylAnswers.com. CherylAnswers.com.
LMB number 100020432. NMLS number 266695. You can check the licensing status of your mortgage loan originator at dora.state.co.us.
Hi, my name is Phil Graney of philsgang.com. You know, 2016 is upon us, and you got to learn how to make money when the market goes down. They always tell you, don't short, don't short. They try to scare you. No, that you try to make money when it's going down. That's how you make money. You would buy a car, would you, that just had forward and no reverse? Well, that's what Wall Street is selling you when they tell you not to short. Think about this. How can the market not go down? The market has gone up 200%, but the margin requirement, or the margins, the amount of money they borrowed, the investors, has gone up 700%. So Investors borrowed 700%, increased their borrowing 700% to buy stocks, but the market went up 200%. Are you kidding me? Are you nuts? That's called a bubble. That's why you join my gang and work with us in learning how to short a stock. It's so easy, so simple. Join my gang, philsgang.com now.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
Statistics show that a burglary occurs on average every 13 seconds in the U.S., and homes without security systems are more than 3 times as likely to be affected. These facts may seem intimidating, but there's a simple answer when it comes to home security: ProSec. ProSec is changing the way Coloradans look at security. ProSec will send a professional to your home, evaluate your needs, and give you an honest assessment of your options. No hidden agendas, fees, or complicated contract terms. Your monthly rate is guaranteed for the entire term of your agreement. And ProSec is proud to be a local Colorado-owned and operated company. Let ProSec take the mystery out of home security. Call 303-835-8100, 303-835-8100, or visit ProSec Alarm.com. That's PROSEC Alarm.com. Get a free home security camera system or up to 4 months of free monitoring with new account activation.
You're listening to the Experience Pros Radio Show, the most positive business talk show in America. Best-selling authors of Lists That Saved My Business and founders of the Extreme Customer Service Directory, Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer, are inspiring you to get your business right. They know that customer experience isn't just another thing, it's the only thing. Let's join Angel and Eric for today's program.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show with Angel and Eric. We are here to remind you that small business is big business and your business is our business. Very nice to have you along with us. How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic.
Yeah.
Right.
Good. Couple things you need to know about before the market opens here in about an hour and a half. And the first of those things is, well, don't look for a huge rally on the stock market today.
No huge rally?
Not likely. You never know. Can't predict these things, but the negative mood from Wednesday is extended into today. U.S. futures are down. European markets are slumping. French and German stocks are down 1%. Asian markets also ended the day mostly weaker, except for Taiwan, which managed to pop up by 1.1%. Jimmy Choo and their shoes are spiking by over 5% in Europe after the company's first half earnings beat expectations. Chairman Peter Harf stated the prospects for business in its 20th year have never looked better. The luxury shoe company said it was growing sales of its men's shoes and seeing impressive growth in China. Earnings and economics, lots of big companies are putting their results out today before the opening bell, including Dollar General, Dollar Tree, Movado Group, Sears Holdings, Tiffany Company, that's one of your favorites, and TD Bank, all releasing their earnings. But don't expect to rock the world today in the markets.
But you can have a really fabulous pair of shoes and maybe a tiara.
You certainly could. Yes, absolutely. All right, guess what time it is? It's time for You Choose the News, the game show at the top of the hour. The news is questionable, certainly much lighter than the stock markets, and the choice is binding. You, Angel, get to choose the order in which we deliver the news.
So exciting.
Yes, you can get marshmallows.
Always.
That's one.
Always want marshmallows in my hot chocolate.
Number 2, eat up or pay up. Number 3, that's a heck of a cast. And number 4, please inhale this smoke.
How about eat up or pay up?
Eat up or pay up. That's what they're saying in Germany. A number of restaurants in Germany have come up with a somewhat controversial way of fighting food waste by charging patrons a small fee if they cannot finish all the food on their plates.
Really?
You don't have to go to Germany. Right next door to our office, the restaurant, which is a all-you-can-eat buffet, it does the same thing. If you leave a bunch of food on the table, they will charge you for it.
This is why I take Eric every time I go out to eat anywhere. He's my bat cleanup.
I used to like to bet your
bat my cleanup
batter. Yeah.
Right? What do you mean you used to? You bat cleaned up for me yesterday.
No, well, I tried. Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, you did.
Your husband has been taking over that role quite a bit now. So I no longer feel like I'm really your cleanup batter. But it's all good. So a sushi restaurant.
But I learned long ago, when I was growing up, it was always clean your plate. Like, right. I mean, that was the rule. You had to clean your plate.
People in Ethiopia.
It wasn't until I got older and became an adult and realized that I have control over
how much I
put in my mouth.
Yeah.
And on my hips. And so finishing it off, like when I am full and I am satisfied, it's okay to stop eating. You don't have to continue to eat just because there's still food on my plate.
And you are a very beautiful woman who has managed that very, very well.
Right? I'm not still hungry. I'm satisfied. I don't have to eat till the point of.
You heard it here. Angel Tussey is satisfied.
Oh, right. So Eric and I used to do these restaurant reviews.
Yeah.
And they would bring out, all these samples of their food so we could write a blog and take pictures of them and they could showcase it. And it was very fabulous. But of course, you bring me a bowl of soup. I'm going to eat my soup. Right. And then the next entree, right? And then they'd bring another entree. I seriously felt like I had to be wheelbarrowed out. I was miserable for hours afterwards. Just when I'm done eating, when I'm full, like I'm satisfied, I don't have to keep eating.
There you go. One of the restaurants.
I would have to pay more. I would be one of those.
Yeah.
Here, lady, here's your extra bill.
One of the restaurants is gaining immediate attention is their $1.15 fine for food still left on the plate. Quote, it's called all you can eat, not all you can chuck away. There you go. I've seen it.
We do, because we see it there and we're like, ooh, I want a little of that. Ooh, and I want a little of that. We can't make decisions. They know that. That's why they put out 5,000 items in front of us to have a little bit of everything. And then you sit down and my eyes always are bigger than my stomach.
All right. Yes, you can get marshmallows, or that's a heck of a cast.
I will take the marshmallow story.
All righty. Parents, did you know that you can end the marshmallow cereal war in your home with one simple click? Did your kids ever get Lucky Charms?
Yes.
Yeah. And what do they get Lucky Charms for? The marshmallows.
Yes.
They want the marshmallows,
yes.
Right? Well, Amazon has solved all that now. That is correct. They are currently now offering marshmallow only cereal.
Oh, no.
One tweeter wrote this: my inner child has died and gone to heaven. I've waited my whole life for this to exist, and it was worth the wait. It's so satisfying, says somebody on Amazon reviews.
Only Charms.
Just marshmallows.
Only
That's it. Why not just give you pure sugar?
Right, it is. That's just a little too much. You got to have a little mix.
From a parent's perspective, thank goodness they're doing this.
Really?
Oh, it's about time.
Why?
What?
Because every time we get Lucky Charms, I end up with half a bag full of just dead cereal.
Because they pick out.
Yes, they pick out all the marshmallows.
That is true. That
Always.
is true,
I'm throwing
right?
away half
And you're thrown away, and they're not even going to eat it because there's no marshmallows left in it.
So what you could do is just, use this bag of nothing but marshmallows to sprinkle among your what you call dead cereal.
Yeah,
that's
the
healthy wheat grain part of the cereal that you're supposed to be eating. Yeah.
When I was growing up, it was Raisin Bran. My mom would buy Raisin Bran on occasion. It was the treat.
Did you ever offset it with more raisins? You almost didn't need it. It had 2 scoops.
Yeah, I think it had a nice amount of raisins. But of course, that's what you were in it for, was the raisins, in your bowl. And so you made sure that every bite in your cereal bowl had at least a raisin in every bite. And you had to, did you do this kind of like ration them around and move the raisins around? Because you couldn't have a whole mouth of raisins, like a whole bite full of raisins. That would be bad.
That's not good.
No, that's kind of what I'm thinking with the Lucky Charms.
All right. Well, so you've got please inhale this, or that's a heck of a cast.
That's a heck of a cast. Uh-oh.
Well, how do we get into this? When fishing, one should probably not fish too close to a nudist resort. Herbert Fent thought that he had caught some. Herbert Fent first thought that he'd caught on some water plants, but quickly realized it was far too painful for that. And his member was, in fact, impaled on a fishing hook. Yes, someone cast the line and got snagged on Johnson.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Ow.
Yeah. This gives all new meaning to the words Prince Albert. And it's not in a can. Don't go fishing or cooking bacon if you're naked.
If you're naked, there's certain things you should not do naked. Ow.
Had to go home with the fishing hook still embedded in his manhood.
Oh.
Drove to the hospital to have it removed.
Oh. How do you explain that?
Well, you see.
Explain that. We see, here I was. This is what I was doing.
So the fisherman who was actually doing the fishing didn't realize that he had snagged a big one.
Did he try to reel it in?
And the man who was snagged said, "Don't pull! Don't pull!" Which has never been said by any man, except in this case. There it is. And finally...
That's not a good fisherman either. Like, where's he aiming?
No. Can you imagine the story? I caught one this big.
It is a true fish story.
And it really is.
Fish story.
All right. I know I should be sorry for that story, but I stand up under it. Colorado State University will pay you up to $1,275 to inhale smoke. That's correct. It's part of a groundbreaking research project to determine the safety of wood-burning stoves that's never been done before. Here, just breathe this. Here's your check. You're dead? What? Sorry. Thanks, CSU. Go Rams. We'll be back after these messages. You're listening to Angel and Eric on the most positive business talk show in America. Do you have Prince Albert in a can?
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
Denver's Money Talk, 1690 AM.
Did you know that every dollar you put into a piece of real estate makes you money 5 ways? Cash flow, money in your pocket each month. Equity capture, the thousands of dollars you create when you have the right team and buy the right property using the right map. Appreciation, real estate doubles in value about every 10 years. Equity buildup, renters pay down your mortgage each month. And finally, the tax advantage. We pay almost no taxes on our cash flow and capital gains. These are the 5 ways we make money in real estate, which is why real estate accounts for more millionaires in the world today than any other investment vehicle. You should have some real estate in your portfolio. To learn how, attend one of our free workshops. Call 1-866-971-8970 or go to 5waysweMakeMoney.com and register for the next available workshop. That's 866-971-8970 or go to 5waysweMakeMoney.com.
If you've ever had a repair done on your air conditioner, furnace, or any appliance in your home, you know companies charge an enormous amount in what they call a trip charge. This fee could be as much as $250 for someone just to come out to your home, and you pay that trip charge even if they do nothing. Action Appliance will not only come out for free if they repair your air conditioner or furnace, but if you happen to need a new air conditioner or furnace, they'll repair another appliance in your home for free. It could be your washer, your dryer, fridge, dishwasher, even disposal. Let's face it, we all have that broken appliance in our home that we avoid getting fixed. Now, with one call to Action Appliance, it can all be done at the same time. Get your AC running right and that annoying broken appliance fixed for free while they're there. Certain restrictions apply. Call Action Appliance at 1-800-APPLIANCE. That's 1-800-APPLIANCE.
Action Appliance will rescue you. Call 1-800-APPLIANCE. Ooh!
So you thought that putting off your hearing test for another year wasn't a big deal. Well, maybe you should think again. I'm Barbara Jenkins, Colorado's first board-certified doctor of audiology. For the last few years, we've known that untreated hearing loss increases your risk of dementia. Now, a study from Johns Hopkins shows that untreated hearing loss actually causes brain shrinkage. Not only does this affect your communication ability, but it also affects your memory as well. It's just one more in a litany of studies that underscores the importance of treating your hearing loss now, not later. For a synopsis of this study, or to have your hearing tested, go to advancedaudiology.com or call us at 303-649-2122. Hearing problems are easy to dismiss, but treating them now can help more than just your ears. That's 303-649-2122. Because at Advanced Audiology, we take your hearing seriously.
All right, people, let's get to class. Okay, thank you. Hey, Charlie, what's that book you've got there?
It's my Bible.
I don't think you're allowed to have that here.
Actually, Mr. Kiley, he can. It's totally legal.
Bring Your Bible to School Day, Thursday, October 6th. Learn more at bringyourbible.org. Plus, register for a chance to win a free trip for 4 to see the Newsboys in concert and meet the band in person. Bringyourbible.org. Bring it, share it, live it.
You've heard of the show Shark Tank, but you need to be aware of the real sharks out there. To grow your business, you need money yesterday, but the banks aren't helping. Hard money lending is the answer, but look out. There are sharks in the water. Attorney and CPA Steve Replin will help you navigate the waters, avoid the sharks, and best of all, get you the money. Avoid the chum. Check out hardmoneycoaching.com. 303-322-7919. That's 303-322-7919. This is the Experience Pros Radio Show. Got an opinion or want to ask us a question? Email radio@experiencepros.com or message us on the Experience Pros Facebook page, and we'll interact with you live on the show.
Hey, welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to join us for ours. Have you heard of this quote? Men never remember, but women never forget.
Oh, now come on.
No, that's a quote. I'm just asking. Have you ever heard of it?
You know what? I probably have. I didn't recall it, but I probably have. There's a lot of quotes.
So women do forget.
Describing, I guess I do.
Interesting.
Describing the differences between men and women, right? Gender differences have been a prominent source of conflict since the beginning of time, and each side kind of sort of trying to understand the other. Well, our next guest says if we're seeking to get a better understanding of our counterparts, then we have to define our differences. The battle of the sexes is based upon those differences in nature between men and women, which often come into stark contrast as we face the world's problems, large and small, together. Our guest is the author of Master the Mystery of Human Nature, Resolving the Conflict of Opposing Values, Scott Trettenero. Scott, welcome to the Experience Pros Radio Show.
Thank you so much, Angel.
Scott, nice to have you with us. Let's start with this. How do you, what do you say to this? How does understanding the differences in nature between men and women ultimately help our relationships' chances for lasting success? I've tried. God knows I've tried.
Well, we all try, but we don't have a basis for understanding, and we seem to go through life without really understanding the processes and understanding the difference between men and women and why we're different and how we can complement each other rather than just conflict with each other. So the basis is that, women by nature are more in touch with their emotions and they're more feeling. Men by nature are more thinking, processing, and they're more logical and reasoning in their approach. But, of course, just because we are logical and reasoning doesn't mean we know what we're doing. So women usually think we're stupid because we can't figure out the women's emotional components because we're talking different languages here. So that's the basis of our differences.
And we know we're different. We know we're wired different. We know emotionally we come about things differently. I might be venting about my day, and not because I want him to fix it, but I just want him to listen. I mean, we kind of come to the place where I get it, you're different, I'm different, but the whole idea, it seems just to create more conflict rather than how do we work together, how do we complement each other. There might be certain times where the difference is the complement shows up bigger, but most of the time it just shows up more as a conflict. Don't you think, Scott?
Exactly, and that's why I wrote the book, because that's how it started out with my relationship with my wife. my wife and I are completely opposite in every possible dimension. And in the beginning, it just became a fight of my way and the way I see it and versus her way and the way she sees it. And when we're coming from these different viewpoints of emotion versus logic, one side doesn't really recognize the other's opinion, and they can't understand it, and they get stuck, and that really goes nowhere but down the tube, if you know what I mean.
Sure.
All right. So, Scott, how long have you been married?
30 years.
30 years. So now you've figured it all out. You wrote the book, and now it's pretty much her way, right? Tell the truth, Scott.
How did you figure
Tell
that?
the truth. All we have to do is tuck our tail, bow our head, and say, you know what?
And that's not what we want either.
No,
right?
I don't
We don't
believe
want
that
the
for a
tucked
second.
head and the
Don't
bowed
believe
tail,
it for a
right?
second. Here,
No.
Cyndi Lauper, who, by the way, sees your true colors, Scott Tretanero, and she says this: men and women are different. I don't think men grow a brain until 26 or even 30. She might update that to 50 now. Girls mature a lot quicker. So if that's the case, is there any...
Like, here's the thing, Scott. I always think that, like, in the beginning, it's those differences that attract us to the other person, right?
Most definitely.
Yeah, but then as we get more comfortable with that relationship, those same things, those differences that attracted us, I think are the same things that annoy the heck out of us later. Do you see that to be true?
No question. No question. It's always going to be a battle, but there has to be a prize at the end of this relationship thing. There is a prize there, and as long as you can really understand why we're together and what we can accomplish together versus by ourselves, that should be able to keep us together rather than drive us apart.
I think everybody would agree that at the end of the day, there should be a prize. Let me ask you this, Scott. What is our guest is Scott Tretanero? He is the.
But thank goodness there is a prize, right?
Well, it depends on whether you were married for 30 years or single like I am. Scott Tretanero's recent book, "Master the Mystery of Human Nature: Resolving the Conflict of Opposing Values," available wherever books are sold. Let me ask you this: what's the number one way, in your opinion, to de-escalate an argument among couples?
Well, what happens is that when you have the man coming from one side and the woman from the other, and you both get stuck in your ways, a man actually switches into an emotional side, trying to prove their point. They get upset, they get angry, and then total emotions take over.
Yep.
Someone's going to have to have some logic and reason and calm things down, and someone has to eventually say, well, we've been through this enough. We know where we're going. Let's just stop and cool down because we love each other, and let's work this through. There has to be a little logic and reason to get through the process. So sometimes the man is in charge of that.
Okay.
Let me know how that works out for you.
It's true, right? Yeah, he does. If he slips into that emotional side, then we've got both of us being probably a little bit irrational at the same time. Men are just as have the emotions. We're just not in touch with them, and that's why women maybe might win the argument more because they are in touch with their emotions.
I think that's
emotional
brilliant.
Creatures. we make decisions with our emotions. Women control 70 to 80% of all purchases. Our choices are always emotional. But with the men, there's a logical component in there with a emotional backbone to it.
I don't know that I've ever been guilty of being called illogical in any sense of the word. However, I do agree that when we get into that emotional part of it, we start freaking out and saying stuff that we don't ever intend because we don't know how to handle the emotional overload. I would agree with that. The book is called...
That's a reptilian brain taking over on both sides.
The book's called Master the Mystery of Human Nature: Resolving the Conflict of Opposing Values. D. Scott Tretanero's recent book. Go pick it up. Scott, thanks for coming out and hanging with us. We appreciate you.
Sure. Thank you, Angel and Eric.
Thank you so much, Scott. Always fun to talk about relationships and the differences between men and women. And, it is. I think it's the thing that brings us together. And, life would be just kind of dull without our counterparts.
Clearly, I went looking for popular quotes on men and women. Lots of them out there. Women are inclined to regret the sex that they've had, and men, the sex that they didn't. Sad. We'll be back with more positive business talk right after these messages. You're listening to Angel and Eric. Right after the news, we'll be back.
You're listening to the Experience Pros Radio Show, America's home for positive business talk.
Hey everyone, it's Eric. We're currently in a news break, but you can check out all the resources Experience Pros has to offer by visiting experiencepros.com. There you'll find the Extreme Customer Service Directory, information about our membership community, leads groups, networking events, and so much more. Are you looking to increase visibility for your small business? Look no further than experiencepros.com. Wondering what we can do for you? Ask any of our members, or better yet, call our office today and speak with one of our visibility experts. 720-344-2446. That's 720-344-2446. Hey everyone, it's Eric. We're currently in a news break, but you can check out all the resources Experience Pros has to offer by visiting experiencepros.com. There you'll find the Extreme Customer Service Directory, information about our membership community, leads groups, networking events, and so much more. Are you looking to increase visibility for your small business? Look no
You're supposed to protect your family and grow your wealth. When politics and economics collide, we're here to help because we're all about money. Money Talk 1690 AM. All day, every day, we're following breaking news and giving you the tools and insights to protect what you've worked so hard for. We're more than just headlines. We're Money Talk 1690 AM.
You're a successful principal business owner. Are you demanding the same standards from your employee health benefit plan? Then look to ADX, a healthcare service utilizing only the best physicians and providers. ADX decreases your company's healthcare costs through medical excellence, reduced time to diagnosis and treatment, and improved outcomes, not by restricting care. ADX, better for your employees and your business. You'll improve the quality of care and reduce healthcare costs. Learn more. Watch a short video at betterhealthcare.lowercost.com.
Hey everyone, it's Eric and Angel inviting you to check out experienceprosdeals.com.
Our pro pick of the week is the Ostrich Baskets Holiday Basket.
It's the perfect office gift with more than 17 gourmet and brand name foods, chocolates, and seasonal gift items, all in one huge basket.
Names like Northwoods Cheese and Sausage, Linder Chocolatiers.
Yum.
This is one gift that keeps on giving.
50% off at experienceprosdeals.com.
It's a difficult decision. When you finally decide to have your hearing tested, where do you go for professional care? Tens of thousands are spent every week on ads trying to convince you to come in for a free hearing test or a sale that's this week only. For professional care, I suggest you take a different approach. I'm Dr. Barbara Jenkins, owner of Advanced Audiology. I have 25 years of hospital and clinical experience treating both hearing loss and tinnitus. My first suggestion? Ask your physician who they would go to, not just who's on their list. Who do they trust? Second, go online and search Doctor of Audiology and then type in your area. You don't want an evaluation performed by a technician or hearing aid salesperson. Your hearing is a serious concern, so you should treat it as such. For more information, go to advancedaudiology.com or call 303-649-2122. Because at Advanced Audiology, we take your hearing seriously.
If you're like most Americans, you might be finding that money is a little tight right now. Do you know that it doesn't have to be this way? If you are 62 years or older and you own your own home, you might be sitting on a permanent income stream. There are many myths out there about reverse mortgages, but the truth is that a reverse mortgage is a safe and powerful way to fund your retirement. You can continue to own your home and live in it just as long as you want to, but the income stream will last just as long. Get the facts. Talk to an expert today. Call Dan Gordon at Acclaim Mortgage. Mortgage. Dan has been in the mortgage business for over 30 years, and he's a member in good standing with the Better Business Bureau. Find out how a reverse mortgage can provide you with the financial comfort and security you desire. Call Dan Gordon today at 303-753-9400. Again, that's 303-753-9400. Or for more information, visit acclaimmortgage.com. Once again, call 303-753-9400 or visit acclaimmortgage.com.
Sweet cornbread, bourbon molasses baked beans, melt in your mouth barbecue ribs, succulent barbecue chicken, tender smoked brisket, refreshing watermelon juice, Radizio Americano Summer Barbecue Fest.
Firing up June 1st through Labor Day. Every night, only at Rodizio Grill, the Brazilian Steakhouse, 18th and Wine Coop in Denver. Parking validation available.
The Experience Pros Radio Show, home of the original Fan Braggin Fridays. Take just 20 seconds to become a business revolutionary by sharing a Fan Braggin story of great customer service by using the hashtag FanBrag or calling the Fan Braggin hotline at 855-FAN-BRAG, FANBRAG. Now, back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
The following portion of the Experience Pros program is sponsored in part by Job Creators Network.
You're the lifeblood of the American economy, the small business owner. You may have one employee or 10, 20, or even 50, and you're working harder and harder to keep your business going. Ever-increasing taxes, ever-increasing regulations, and ever-shrinking access to capital are making it tougher than ever to grow your business. And no one is out there fighting for you. No one is out there educating the public and elected officials on the local, state, and federal level about your struggles and about your concerns. It's been said that small business owners are the lifeblood of the economy, and it's true. And the reason our economy is hurting is because the small business owner is hurting. That's why I'm proud. That's why Eric and I are proud to be working with the Job Creators Network. They were founded by entrepreneurs and business owners like you, business owners who believe that the best way to fight back bad government policy is an educated public and educated public officials. If you're a small business owner and live in the Denver area, I urge you to join Job Creators Network for a great free event on August 29th at the Hyatt Regency Denver Tech Center at 8 a.m. This is the kickoff to their national bus tour going on across America, but it starts right here in the Denver market, August 29th at the Hyatt Regency Denver Tech Center. It's from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. You'll see and hear some great small business owners from right here in Denver fighting for you, speaking up for you with real-life solutions to your real-life problems. If you're a small business owner, get to the Hyatt Regency Denver Tech Center on August 29th at 8 a.m. and bring somebody else who also owns a small business. To learn more about Bring Small Businesses Back campaign brought to you by the Job Creators Network, go to defendmainstreet.com. That's defendmainstreet.com. Sign up. It is a free event, and we will be there. The Experience Pros Radio Show will be broadcasting live at the Hyatt from 5 a.m. to 8 a.m., just in time for the event to start.
Very, very good. I appreciate that. So found this article on entrepreneur.com under the segment Radicals and Visionaries, which... what's not attractive about that?
Hello.
Right? 7 success secrets every entrepreneur must eventually learn.
Eventually?
Well,
eventually?
Your life
Who puts the word eventually in a title?
Luis Romero is his name, and I think you put that in because you can't learn them all at once. And if you do...
I get that.
Splat.
I get that we're not going to learn. But if you put seven success streaks.
Yes.
7 success secrets every entrepreneur must learn. Like, we get it that we're not going to learn it all at once, but to put the word eventually in there, I mean, does that just so passive aggressive?
I think it's honest.
You don't have to know it today, but maybe someday.
Yeah.
If you kind of sort of want to get around to growing your business.
You'll know when. Here's the first one, and you'll understand why the word eventually was put in immediately. Solve one problem well. Why eventually? Because if you think you're going to solve all the problems, you will solve none of the problems and eventually never comes. Solve one problem well. it could lead to solving all of them.
Did you
eventually.
Did you see the movie The Martian, where he's trapped on
Sure.
Mars, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And this is kind of their concept. Solve one problem. One problem.
Yeah,
and then you solve the
problem.
next one. And then you solve the next one. You can't tackle the whole thing at once. Solve one problem. And so when we find ourselves in a situation that is pretty complex, right? A lot of times, everybody's coming at you. What are we going to do about this? What are we going to do about that? And 12 people asking 12 different things. How are we going to solve it? You can't tackle it all at once. Pick one. And there's probably something that you are extremely good at solving. In fact, Eric and I, he says, if I want to save something, I send an angel, right? Because I'm good at saving the conversations, saving the relationships, right? That's just a skill set that I bring to the table. And we all have that thing that we're really good at, we're really known for. And so start there. And a lot of times the others will sometimes it'll domino effect, right? They tell you not to read if you've been on vacation. Don't feel like you have to go through every email, or even when you're not on vacation, don't always feel like you have to respond to every email immediately. Sometimes those problems will solve themselves. Even Darren Hardy recommends you don't always have to, if you're the person or you're the boss or the manager, that everybody has to come to you for answers all day long. Your phone's constantly ringing, your email's constantly dinging, there's constantly showing up at your door, your desk, asking for answers. You have to empower others to have the answers too. And so don't always be the answer man for your business. You'll get nothing done if that's the case.
Number 2, success is more than a list of achievements. Success is a way from learning from both achievement and defeats in order to keep moving forward regardless of the circumstance. Achievement is the carrot, the defeat is the stick. If we are humble and know where we're going, both are equally useful for our long-term endeavors. Luis Romero writes this. He says, Walt Disney embodied this principle to its core. He was no stranger to failure. Disney was fired from Pesman Rubin due to declining revenue, and he had his first 2 businesses, iWorks Disney Commercial Artists and Laugh-O-Gram Studio, go into bankruptcy until he finally achieved a sustainable business model with the Walt Disney Company.
Right. And so there are going to be some struggles along the way, and those struggles are part of your achievement. Also, he says success is meant to be unstable.
That's a good thing.
It is?
Yeah, I think it is.
We don't want stability?
No. Instability is a given. And so I'd like to hear that success can come in an unstable world, because I don't know of stability.
Right. He says the key to long-term success is to keep moving forward, realizing that everything will always be in motion, right? It's not always going to be stable. It's not always from A to B is the answer. There's a lot of turns and twists to all of our success life, right? We're dealing with humans. We're dealing with people. And I mean, no matter how much you want to predict an outcome or where you're going to be with relationships, financially, in the marketplace, all of that, we can't predict that. And so knowing that it's going to be unstable is part of the success story, and that you've actually got through it.
I take great comfort in that. Number 4, weaknesses are blessings in disguise. Luis says this: weaknesses are the seeds of the greatest strengths. Conversely, uncontrolled strengths always become weaknesses. In fact, the greatest human strengths, namely courage and humility, only flourish in the soil of weakness. Let's put it this way: weaknesses can in fact make you stronger if you are aware of them. The issue comes up when other people are aware of your weaknesses and they use them as handles for the weaponry that they throw at you.
Right. And so often it's all in our head, right? What our weaknesses are, what I can't do, what I haven't done, what I don't have the ability to do. And of course, when you come in a space where you're angry or you're tired or you're bored and frustrated, your brain isn't going to solve any problems in that state. And so where the success comes and where the options come from and the solving of challenges is when you're inspired and motivated and excited. And so putting yourself in a situation where you're reading books and you're surrounding yourselves with people that inspire and motivate you. And so getting yourself out of that it is a weakness. This is actually just part of your character and part of makes you who you are.
Okay.
Knowledge is just an approximation to reality, not reality itself.
Can I just say amen to this?
Right?
Oh my gosh, it's a big point for me. People who think that they know something And they've got it in their mind that they know this must be the way that it is. It's just that's how it has to be. It's an approximation of reality, but it is not necessarily reality in itself. Science is like this. We know a lot of stuff today. We only know it because we learned it yesterday. And you know what? Tomorrow we're going to learn something else that's going to change what we know. And so I think that, amen. Knowledge is not reality.
He also says, adopt a worldview that enhances your vision.
Nice.
These are some success secrets that all entrepreneurs must learn eventually. But, you know, a worldview enhances your vision, right? If all you see and all you ever experience is you in your office, right, in your cubicle or in your space, and you don't get out, even amongst your team, amongst the people, amongst the community, right? Your worldview is going to be very skewed, especially if you're just looking at it through the eyes of a computer screen, right? And through social media and what other people's opinions are, and you're garnering your truth based on somebody else's opinion. Indeed. So if your worldview is fundamentally flawed, your vision will never be realized. So make sure that you get out and be amongst the people.
Absolutely. And true empathy enhances your chance to succeed. True empathy is about self-confidence. If we know who we are and what we want, we'll be able to understand others more clearly and relate to them more effectively, regardless of petty differences in personal tastes and styles. Well written by Luis Romero. Thank you so much for your contribution to this conversation. We'll be back with more positive business talk just on the other side of these messages. You're listening to Angel and Eric, and this is the Experience Pros Radio Network.
America's home for positive business talk. You're listening to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Contact them on the web at experiencepros.com.
Denver's Money Talk, 1690 AM.
Have 3 ex-wives and your current trophy wife wants a life insurance policy 3 times the size of your previous mistakes? Relax and call Big Lou at Term Provider. Big Lou says if you're in your 50s in reasonably good health, a $1 million term life policy should only cost about $200 to $300 per month. Call Big Lou at 800-352-9239. Remember, Big Lou's like you, always looking and medicating too. Call 800-352-9239.
Paid non-attorney spokesman. Attorney John Sheehan, Los Angeles, is responsible for this content. This ad is not legal advice. Choice of lawyer should not be made solely by advertisement. Services may not be available in all states.
Have you had surgery in the last 10 years? Did your doctor implant a filter or umbrella to trap blood clots? Please call 800-888-8888 now. The IVC filter may move or break, causing serious injury. Please call Solino and Barnes now. 800-888-8888. IVC filter patients may be entitled to compensation.
888-8888.
Join Dave Tabor every Saturday morning from 8 to 10 for Pro Business Colorado. Colorado is where world-class entrepreneurs want to be and where their teams want to be. From breakthrough technology to restaurants, services, and beer, Dave is getting the word out about small business secrets to success. Pro Business Colorado is where you'll hear from world-class entrepreneurs. So tune in Saturday mornings 8 to 10 on 1690 AM and catch past shows at probusinesscolorado.com.
In the summer, it's hot in the upstairs bedrooms most of the day. My office is up there, man, and it's sweltering. So we use one of those big fans in the evening, but it pulls in too much dust and pollen. My allergies are going crazy. So my AC is running constantly, and the only cool place in the house is the basement. My wife's starting insisting we buy a new air conditioner, and that's when I called the people at Air Swap.
Air Swap showed me my furnace and air conditioner are the right size for my house, and my air conditioner was working just fine. They adjusted the ductwork, created stronger airflow to distribute all that cool air in the basement, and this even helped us save electricity. The house is more comfortable in the winter, too. They reduced the big temperature difference between the floors, and now the upstairs is comfortable during the day and early evening. Yeah, I'd call Air Swap. 303-761-0729. 303-761-0729. And you can check them out on the web at air-swap.com. Air-swap.com. That's 303-761-0729 or air-swap.com. Yeah, I'm really glad I called Air Swap.
Do you need to remodel that outdated kitchen or bathroom? Well, now is a great time to get started. Our summer specials and free upgrades are going to save you big money on your cabinet and countertop purchases. I'm Ted Spear, co-owner of All About Cabinets and Countertops at 35th and Wadsworth, and we will save you thousands of dollars on your kitchen and bathroom projects, even over those big box stores. Through the end of August, we are offering all our customers up to $1,500 $100 in free upgrades and incentives off all their cabinet and countertop purchases. Plus, as an additional bonus, we're upgrading all our cabinets to the latest in anti-slam technology for free. We also carry a huge selection of bathroom cabinets and granite vanity tops, all in stock and at incredibly low prices. Let us go to work for you. You can visit our showroom or call us today. 303-456-6400. That's 303-456-6400. Also, to view all our specials, visit our website at allaboutgreatdeals.com. Make a difference without the expense with All About Cabinets and Countertops.
You keep wondering about refinancing options. You know rates are low, but don't know how to go about getting the best rate and best type of loan for your situation. What do you even need to get started? Wonder no more. Go to CherylAnswers.com. Cheryl of ALMC Mortgage has put together a checklist of what you need to know and frequently asked questions when it comes to your mortgage. Get answers. Go to CherylAnswers.com. CherylAnswers.com.
LMB number 100020432. NMLS number 266695. You can check the licensing status of your mortgage loan originator at dora.state.co.us.
Two of the greatest concerns that most Americans have, especially as they grow older, are their health and their financial well-being. America's Wellness Clinic is dedicated to providing sensible health care solutions and practical wealth-building strategies. Medicare's annual wellness visit is the flagship of the clinic's health-related services. They pay 100% for the visit with zero copay. America's Wellness Clinic also offers Beamer technology, an application that boosts circulation, regenerative abilities for injuries, and increases mental acuity. And America's Wellness Clinic provides a simple test that reveals which prescription drugs will work best for you. And what about your financial well-being? America's Wellness Clinic provides continuous seminars and information about reverse mortgages, insurance, tax and estate planning, long-term care, housing transitions, and alternative investments. Let America's Wellness Clinic provide you with sensible health and wealth solutions. Call 303-985-4604 or visit them online at americaswellnessclinic.com.
Revolutionizing the way people treat people in business. The Experience Pros, America's home for positive business talk.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. My friends, when was the last time you did something intentional and kind at the same time? We encourage you to do that every single day. And, it's not a big request, and many of you probably do it in your daily activities anyways. The big request from us would be, why don't you share it with us? We would love to hear what that is. Being intentional and kind at the same time. We call it a fan brag, saying something nice about somebody else in business.
It's something successful people do every day, just like putting your shopping cart back in, not leaving it in the parking lot.
Did you
see that meme?
Yeah, I've never seen a successful person leave their shopping cart in the middle of the parking lot.
In the middle of the parking lot. What's interesting, Eric, is I saw a group that I'm on post somebody posted that same meme.
Mm-hmm.
And the onset of excuses that came, and people were offended
because they leave their
shopping cart, and then had all the excuses why. Sometimes this happens, sometimes that happens. And I was just really shocked at how here's just this innocent little meme.
Facebook is a microcosm of human behavior,
right? And so then I saw it just recently posted again, different group. Everybody was super excited. Absolutely. We take the time. If you don't take care of the little things, how are you going to be responsible for the big things, right? And it was like this group got it. But group A, where I originally saw it posted, completely different. So when we talk about successful things that people do every day, you lift other people up.
Right.
You promote goodness and kindness, and you share that with as big of a spotlight as you can, which is why in our employees, right, we don't praise them quietly behind the scenes. We praise them in front of their peers so that they get the biggest bang. We want everybody else to know we saw what they did, and we want we shine the biggest spotlight on other people. You fan brag. Fan bragging is shining the biggest spotlight you have on other people, and you can fan brag every day using the Experience Pros Network with the phone calls, with the group I Care About Great Service, using the hashtag fan brag. We make it easy for you to shine a big spotlight on others that are doing things great.
We do, and it takes a while for the. I've said for years that the greatest distance anyone will ever travel is the 18 inches from your head to your heart. And once you make that journey along the line of the Fan Braggin Highway, if you will, you see the value of it and what it can do for others. And you don't have to become Mother Teresa, right? You don't have to become Gandhi. You don't have to be a saint in order to be intentional about kindness and to make a difference. I had a conversation with somebody the other day, and I said something to them, and they reported back that I had made their entire day by simply saying something nice and telling somebody that I appreciated them. And I think that we have that opportunity here with the concept of fan bragging. So my challenge to you, my encouragement to you is take 20 seconds. We call it a 20-second kiss, right? Kindness is so simple. Take 20 seconds to pick up the phone and call 855-FAN-BRAG, or write 2 or 3 sentences about somebody in a public forum and use the hashtag FanBrag and tell somebody why they mean so much to you.
You can change their day. You can change yours.
Absolutely.
And you make that a standing order, writing thank you notes or calling somebody or lifting somebody up, sending a text, and you make it a standing order that every day you're going to make a positive impact on somebody else's life. You're going to see that come back and make a positive impact on your own life as well.
Here's an example of what a fan brag sounds like.
Hi, everyone. This is Carrie Conley, co-founder of Infinite Nation, where we serve entrepreneurs who are locking arms and building a community to monetize their business up over the 6-figure income and get very clear on their vision. And I am fan bragging today on one of my favorite people who I've had the opportunity to work with now for over the past 2 years. She serves my community really, really well, and also is I've been a client of hers, and she's been a client of mine, and that is Felicia Jones. Felicia is a master budgetologist for entrepreneurs who need to get really clear on their bottom line and learn how to pay themselves in the process of growing a business. You can reach Felicia at 619-518-9538, or you can just Google in keepupwithmrsjones.com. If you are needing to really get a handle on your money thing, reach out to Felicia today. She's awesome.
Well, there you go.
She is awesome. That's Carrie Conley with Infinite Nation. She's hosting a big event in Scottsdale, Arizona in January. In fact, the early bird pricing ends in just a couple of days. The prices go up on September 1. So go to infinitenation.com and get your tickets to this incredible event. Darren Hardy is going to be there.
Yeah, and Darren, of course, the editor of Success Magazine, and really a great speaker, powerful. I forwarded that event yesterday afternoon, and as I was forwarding it, I started to write, this is going to be a game changer, but I stopped halfway through and I said, you know what, this is going to be a life changer. It's going to be a life changer for you.
Right. If you've never taken the time to sit down and really think out and write out a vision for your life, where you're going to be 3, 5, 10 years from now, at the end of, in your retirement days, to actually put that pen to paper and start to imagine that, to get the view on where you're going. I mean, so often we're just kind of like wandering in the wind, right? Wherever things blow, whatever distractions come our way, or whatever new trend shows up, we just kind of follow where the wind blows us. And we're busy, right? We're super busy. We're doing things. So we're not just sitting idle, but at the end of the week or at the end of the month or in the end of the year, and especially if you've ever tried to set some New Year's resolutions, right? How often do none of them come true? And so here are the steps to actually creating the life you want to live, having a life that you love. And these are the kinds of habits that successful people participate in.
Absolutely. So thanks, Carrie, for the fan brag about Keep Up with Mrs. Jones. Felicia Jones is fantastic. KeepUpWithMrsJones.com. You might check out their Money Gear Shift Challenge, by the way, 7 days to change gears with money in your business. And gosh, you learn things like discovering that money is actually simple, not letting broke people into your business, understanding your why, aligning your goals and money, and knowing the secret to your success. All that in 7 days, and it's free. Just sign up at keepupwithmrsjones.com.
I like it. So make sure that you fan brag every single day. We make it so easy 855-FAN-BRAG, 855-326-2724. If you have to make a little calendar appointment for it to remind you, to lift somebody up, to inspire somebody, to pour some positivity and kindness, set it on your calendar for something to do every single day.
And there you have it, folks. We will be back right after these messages. Please don't go anywhere. At the top of the hour, we're going to get the news. Markets open in about 30 minutes. I'll give you a little heads up on that in just a few moments.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business. This is the Experience Pros radio show with business revolutionaries Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer. For more information, you can contact the Experience Pros by calling 720-344-2446 or contact them on the web at experiencepros.com or on Facebook and Twitter at Experience Pros. If your customers love you, we want to know you. What are you waiting for? Join the revolution.
KDMT Arvada, Denver. Denver's only business radio station serving Denver's financial community and the everyday investor. Money Talk, 1690 AM.
Hey everyone, it's Eric. We're currently in a news break, but you can check out all the resources Experience Pros has to offer by visiting experiencepros.com. There you'll find the Extreme Customer Service Directory, information about our membership community, leads groups, networking events, and so much more. Are you looking to increase visibility for your small business? Look no further than experiencepros.com. Wondering what we can do for you? Ask any of our members, or better yet, call our office today and speak with one of our visibility experts. 720-344-2446. That's 720-344-2446. Hey everyone, it's Eric. We're currently in a news break, but you can check out all the resources Experience Pros has to offer by visiting experiencepros.com. There you'll find the Extreme Customer Service Directory, information about our membership community, leads groups, networking events, and so much more. Are you looking to increase visibility for your small business? Look no further than experiencepros.com. Wondering what we can do for you? Ask any of our members, or better yet, call our office today and speak with one of our visibility experts. 720-344-2446. That's 720-344-2446. Hey everyone, it's Eric. We're currently in a news break, but you can check out all the resources Experience Pros has to offer by visiting experiencepros.com. There you'll find the Extreme Customer Service Directory, information about our membership community, leads groups, networking events, and so much more. Are you looking to increase visibility for your small business? Look no further than experiencepros.com. Wondering what we can do for you? Ask any of our members, or better yet, call our office today and speak with one of our visibility experts. 720-344-2446. That's 720-344-2446. Hey everyone, it's Eric. We're currently in a news break, but you can check out all the resources Experience Pros has to offer by visiting experiencepros.com. There you'll find the Extreme Customer Service Directory, information about our membership community, leads groups, networking events, and so much more. Are you looking to increase visibility for your small business? Look no further than experiencepros.com. Wondering what we can do for you? Ask any of our members, or better yet, call our office today and speak with one of our visibility experts. 720-344-2446. That's 720-344-2446. Hey everyone, it's Eric. We're currently in a news break, but you can check out all the resources Experience Pros has to offer by visiting experiencepros.com. There you'll find the Extreme Customer Service Directory, information about our membership community, leads groups, networking events, and so much more. Are you looking to increase visibility for your small business? Look no further than Experience.
On Denver's Money Talk, 1690 AM. Hear from key leaders in Colorado's business community, advocating for proactive business policies that strengthen the economy and help business grow and thrive in Colorado, as well as helping to make Colorado the best place to live now and for generations to come. Connect and collaborate. Weekdays from 4 to 5 p.m. right here on Denver's Money Talk, 1690 and moneytalk1690.com. on August 26th.
This is the SEC. You want to walk on? We certainly won't stop you. There ain't no way you're ever going to play.
His life was the question.
He just might make it. Make it. I just hope he lives.
And trust was the answer.
You got your butt kicked by a walk-on.
How bad do you want it?
Brandon Burlsworth has become the greatest walk-on story in the history of college football.
Greater this Friday. Rated PG. Parental guidance suggested.
In the summer, it's hot in the upstairs bedrooms most of the day. Our office is up there and it's sweltering. We've used one of those big fans in the evening, but it pulls in too much dust and pollen. The AC ran constantly, yet the only cool place in the house is the basement. My husband started insisting we buy a new air conditioner, and that's when I called the people at AirSwap. AirSwap showed me my furnace and air conditioner are the right size for my house, and my air conditioner was working just fine. They adjusted our ductwork, created stronger airflow to distribute all that cool air in the basement, and this even helped us save electricity. The house is more comfortable in the winter as well. They reduced the big temperature difference between the floors, and now the upstairs is comfortable during the day and early evening. Call them at 303-761-0729, on the web at air-swap.com, 303-761-0729, or air-swap.com.
What's for dinner?
You're exhausted after a long day at work and a heck of a commute. The last thing you want to do is cook a meal. You need Chef Curry's Cuisine. Chef Curry's Cuisine can make family dinner fun again by preparing home-cooked meals by a local Denver chef. Chef Curry will do the shopping, cook 2 weeks of Monday through Friday dinners, provide the packaging and cleanup too. All of Chef Curry's meals are made with the freshest ingredients, and you get to choose them from a large variety of proteins and sides. So, next time you hear,
What's for dinner?
You can say Chef Curry's Cuisine. No more hassles, just healthy, fresh meals for you to enjoy. Visit chefcurryscuisine.com and get details on weekly menus, along with brand new catering options for your private parties or office functions. Or call 720-404-2798. That's 720-404-2798. Go on, add some spice to your meals. Start with Chef Curry's Cuisine.
You're listening to the Experience Pros Radio Show, the most positive business talk show in America. Best-selling authors of Lists That Saved My Business and founders of the Extreme Customer Service Directory, Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer, are inspiring you to get your business right. They know the customer experience isn't just another thing, it's the only thing. Let's join Angel and Eric for today's program.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show with Angel and Eric. It is our privilege to have you along for the ride today. We are here to help you build your business. And the way that we do that is we remind you that small business is big business. Your business is our business. We're small business owners. We get it, right?
We do get it. We walk that walk every single day.
Mm-hmm. Here are a couple of things you need to know before the market opens up here in just about 24 minutes. Number one, don't expect big leaps and bounds for today's stocks. U.S. stock futures are drooping. European markets are slumping. French and German stocks are down 1%, and Asian markets are ending the day mostly weaker. All bad news? Oh, nay. Instead, Taiwan is up by 1.5% or so. Jimmy Choo is, the shares are spiking all over the place in Europe, up over 5% in Europe after the company's first half earnings beat expectations. Jimmy Choo's chairman says this: the prospects for business in its 20th year have never looked better.
Wow.
Neither have the shoes.
They just keep getting prettier and prettier.
Mm-hmm. Even for boys. Mm-hmm. Impressive growth in China for Jimmy Choo. And then, of course, let's talk about those companies that are announcing their results right before the open, including Dollar General, Dollar Tree, Movado Group, Sears Holding, and TD Bank. Don't forget the box, the little blue box, Tiffany and Company. Mm-hmm.
Gotta love it.
I think you do.
I do.
All right.
Right? Everybody wants to get a little blue box as a present.
Yes. All right. You know what time it is. It's time for You Choose the News, a game show at the top of the hour that we like to put at the top of the hour because it is the top of the hour. The news is questionable. The choice is binding. In fact, we've already chosen the news, and the choice is simply in which order would you like it delivered? Angel? Jackpot.
Oh, I like that.
Lost wallet. Hojo. Oh, no. Or these people are throwing what at each other?
Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Let's start with jackpot.
Jackpot. A Hawaiian woman has won $10.7 million in Las Vegas.
Ooh.
Wow. That's quite a jackpot, right?
Jackpot, yes.
Absolutely.
Yes, you're not kidding.
It's not really news because people do that on a regular basis. What makes it news is that she won on a penny slot after betting $3. $3 in, 10.7 million out.
On pennies.
Yeah.
On the penny slot.
I'll bet you she changes her ringtone to jing, 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 jing. I would. Jackpot happened about 9 p.m. Sunday at the Strip Casino on an IGT Mega Bucks win wheel slot machine. $10.7 million. $10,777,270.51. Don't forget the one because it's a penny slot.
It's a penny slot. Yeah, that's what got you here in the first place. Here's your penny back.
Wow.
Here's your penny back.
Isn't
that is
crazy?
Awesome crazy. Yeah. You know, I'm not a gambler. I'm not big into turning over my money like that. Not my thing. So when I have gone to Vegas a few times, I will play like the nickels and the pennies because that's okay for me.
Yeah.
When I'm feeling like big time, I'll play the quarters.
I got some for you.
And then like even big time where I'll play, I'll do 4 quarters at a time. So it's a whole $1.
All right. Slow down.
Right?
Kenny Rogers.
Right?
Hold on. I got something for you.
This is Angel. Now, I don't expect to win, and I don't. And that's probably my first mistake.
What if I gave you something that you would absolutely win?
Well, I think
not once but twice.
That was the thing is I don't expect this to pay me out. I don't expect it. So I do kind of just think of it as a little game. Like I'm just putting money in and only putting money in. On occasion, a little bit of money comes out, but I don't expect any real money to come out.
Okay, so what if I gave you something?
Something
that you would absolutely win. In fact, you would win not once but twice over.
Like when you say give me something, is it something I want?
I don't know. I'm asking you, do you want something that would cause a chain reaction of wins for you?
It seems like a trick question, Eric, so I don't know how to answer that.
Then we'll move on.
Okay.
All right. You've got a couple of questions here. Florida man returns lost wallet.
Okay.
Or Hojo, oh no. Or people throwing what at each other?
People are throwing what at each other?
Wine.
Wine?
Wine.
Throw the wine?
Living La Vida Vino. A village in Spain has just made every wine lover's dream a reality and joyously spent a day chucking grape juice at one another. The second annual Batalla del Vino, that's the Battle of Wine, in Toro, Spain on August 22nd. Revelers recreated the larger wine battle that happens every year in Haro. Hundreds of people wearing white took part in the event. They covered one another in red wine using water guns, back-mounted spraying devices, buckets, and much more. I don't get it. I don't get it. It's not my dream. I mean, put the wine in the glass, let me drink it all up. Put the lime in the coconut. One of those. Anyways, yeah, people throwing wine at each other. Hojo, oh no. Or Florida man returns lost wallet.
Florida man returns lost wallet.
Yes, he does. Palm Coast, Florida, a 27-year-old Central Florida man is being recognized for honesty after finding a wallet with, get this, $3,400 inside. It's got to be a thick wallet. And turning it over to sheriff's deputies. Turns out an Orlando woman lost the wallet earlier this month while visiting the beach near Palm Coast with her children. Kevin Miller tells the Daytona Beach News Journal that he knew someone was depending on that money, and he's glad it's been returned to her. The woman's name wasn't released. He said he spotted the wallet on August 5th in a shopping center parking lot. He decided to pick it up after seeing 2 nearby teens eyeing it. He immediately called the Flagler County Sheriff's Office. Miller says he could have used the money, but felt it was important to do the right thing. That's a good story.
That is a good story.
Nice,
Could you imagine being the person who lost that wallet on a trip? Probably everything you had with you, right?
Yeah, that'd be rough.
Yeah. How are you going to finish the trip, especially if you have your kids with you? I would be panicked.
Thinking about $3,400. I mean, that's, even if you did that in $100 bills, it's 34 of them. That's a stack.
It is. It is quite a bunch.
I don't think you can fold that wallet.
No.
All right. And Hojo. Oh, no.
All right.
Howard Johnson's is closing one of their restaurants. Howard Johnson's the...
Where are they at? Like, we don't have them here in Colorado, do we?
No, they're mostly Midwest and Eastern kind of a thing.
Okay.
We used to have them.
Is it a restaurant? Is it like a breakfast restaurant? Or is it a hotel?
It's a hotel chain with restaurants.
Okay.
The story is this. The closing of one of the last 2 Howard Johnson's restaurants in a couple of weeks will mark the end of its fried clam strips. Amazing. Ice cream and other menu staples that nourished baby boomers and leave the once proud restaurant chain teetering on the brink of extinction. The slice of roadside Americana will no longer be served up in Bangor, Maine after September 6th. For waitress Kathy Jewett, it's only the job that she's held since starting work when the restaurant opened in 1966.
Oh my goodness. She's only worked, one place all those years.
She's been there for 50 years. She's 68 years old. She says, it's bittersweet. Nothing to be sad about, though. It's time.
She's a waitress that whole time.
All that time. Mm-hmm.
Wow, that is a woman who loves what she does.
My favorite Howard Johnson's restaurant in the entire country was in Nashville, Tennessee.
Why was it favorite?
So every year we, as professional magicians, would go down and do this big convention for professional magicians. And after every evening's events, and it's an all-day thing for multiple days, we would go to the Hojo and get fried clam strips and all the other cool stuff that Howard Johnson's famous for. And their gravy on the biscuits and gravy is just to die for.
So, it seems familiar to me. We used to do a lot of road trips when I was a kid and, travel back and forth across the country. My dad was in the Navy, and anytime they would move us, the moving truck would come and collect all the stuff. But we, as the family, we would road trip and kind of see the sights. And I'm pretty sure we did the Howard Johnson thing along those road trips. Yeah. So is it really more like, along the highways and all that?
Yeah, they're on the main highways. It was a hotel chain that started a restaurant to go along to complement their hotel chain.
I don't ever really remember staying in a hotel. My dad never slept. I know that's not true, but as a child, I just remember my dad never sleeping. Isn't that funny? Like, just different perspective you have from your kid's point of view. Like, my dad would drive into the night, and I just don't ever remember him sleeping. I know he had to. I just don't remember it.
We still have Howard Johnson hotels, including 2 in Colorado Springs, and like that. We've got to go, but don't go anywhere. More positive business talk just on the other side. You're listening to Angel and Eric, and this is the Experience Pros Radio Network.
You're listening to the Experience Pros Radio Show, America's home for positive business talk.
Denver's Money Talk, 1690 AM.
This is a special notice to all U.S. taxpayers. If you owe the IRS or state-backed taxes and cannot afford to pay them back, there's good news. Due to the financial hardship many are facing in today's economy, the IRS has made it easier to settle delinquent tax problems through a federal program called the Fresh Start Initiative. Qualifying for this program will resolve your tax problem, end all collections, and possibly reduce your back taxes by up to 90%. If you are facing wage garnishment, liens, bank levies, audits, or payroll taxes, it's not too late. Your circumstances may qualify you for this special program, protecting your savings and your assets. If you owe the IRS or state-backed taxes and cannot afford to pay them back, there's no need to worry anymore. Call the hotline at Victory Tax Solutions to see if you qualify and potentially save thousands. For this free information, call 800-352-4757. 800-352-4757. That's 800-352-4757.
Can you hear your garage door shake, rattle, and roll throughout your home every single time it goes up or goes down? Hi, this is Dave Logan. I talked to Don at Don's Garage Door about this problem, and they have new garage door systems that are really quiet. Now, I've used Don's garage doors in my house. Found them to be knowledgeable and fairly priced. They're great. You should call them at 303-794-0604, 303-794-0604, or check out donsgaragedoors.com. Hi, this is Dave Logan for Don's Garage Doors. You know, putting in a new garage door not only increases the curb appeal of your home, but it also makes it easier to sell. I was talking to Don the other day, and he told me it's the best investment, dollar for dollar, that you can make in your home. All I know is that I've had Don's Garage Door out to my home, and I trust him. Great work at a great price. Call Don's Garage Door today at 303-794-0604, or you can check him out at donsgaragedoors.com.
As a father of 4 children, I realized it was time for me to make a change in my struggles with alcoholism. It wasn't the first time that I had come to this realization, but I was at the end of my rope. I heard an advertisement on the radio for this treatment program called Go Sober and thought it sounded too good to be true. I was honestly pretty reluctant to go through with the treatments because I had tried several other methods of quitting in the past that were unsuccessful. The people affiliated with Go Sober are very generous and compassionate. They put in countless hours and selflessly work very hard to ensure your success in the program. They were very accommodating to my schedule and my time. The end result of this 8-week program is that I am no longer a slave to alcohol. The chains have been broken, and I haven't felt this free for as long as I can remember. The simple things in life that used to make me happy actually bring me joy again. I am so grateful for the Go Sober program and the people that help run it.
Reset your life. Call Go Sober 303-827-4837 or visit gosober.org.
I woke up last night to wind and hail. The wife was screaming. The kids did well.
Look at our roof.
They cried and cried.
The outside of the house is now inside.
The ceiling caved in.
New insulation. Everything's leaking.
Everyone's freaking when my know-it-all neighbor came over and said,
"You know who I like."
Who?
Golden Spike.
Hi, this is Spike McCarthy, and our promise to you is roofing done right to the last nail.
Call Golden Spike Roofing when your roof needs a fix. 303-942-1386. Golden Spike Roofing.
This is the Experience Pros Radio Show. Got an opinion or want to ask us a question? Email radio@experiencepros.com or message us on the Experience Pros Facebook page, and we'll interact with you live on the show.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Thank you so much for taking time out of your business day to join us for ours, the most positive business talk show in America. I have said for many, many years that I have stood in the shadow of a very tall woman, and yes, I am speaking of you, Mrs. Tussey. I have been on the record and will say it again. It is my great privilege to stand next to you and host this show and build businesses and do the things that we do. You are legendary in your ability to reach out and make people better.
Wow. Thank you so much. I remember, some of my earlier times in an office trying to figure out who I am and how do I show up, and finally recognizing I'll just be me, rather than trying to be somebody I'm not, this corporate executive or this woman in a man's world. And for a long time, I always said I wanted to be the most feminine woman in the room. I wear dresses. I'm very feminine. I want to embrace my femininity. And I think that my femininity is what makes me who I am. Well, in her new book, Upsetting the Table, Women Mentoring Women, tech veteran and entrepreneur Robbie Harding, she shares lessons learned and lessons to be shared so that the next generation of women business leaders may take their seat at the table. The book, Upsetting the Table, tells the story of a young woman facing her first major project in a middle management role. Through her eyes, the book explores the challenges of the workplace while navigating politics, sexism, and lack of self-esteem. Robbie Harding, welcome to the Experience Pros Radio Show.
Thank you so much.
Robbie, very nice to have you with us. So you say this, that the odds are formidable. According to you, women are paid 77% of what a man is paid for the exact same job. Less than 1/3 of young businesswomen are offered any sort of formal mentorship, and yet they represent 40% of the global workforce and hold less than 15% executive positions in the corporate America. Is there an answer for this? Is there a solution?
Well, there's always a solution. I think we've been working on this for many, many years, and we've made progress, and it's better, and then it gets worse, and then it gets better, and we just need to get it moving on a positive upward path to equality. And women helping women is really the major key to all of this. There are those of us who, were the only woman in the room and didn't know that was odd until suddenly other women came in. It's like, oh yeah, this doesn't make any sense. I'm the only woman in the room. And by reaching out and lending a hand and giving other women a leg up. And I think, in the past, women have, they've been in the home. If we go back historically, they haven't been out gathered together where they could actually help each other. And, the men were out, killing the meat or whatever, and the women were in the home cooking it, if we really want to go way back. And now women are out there, and they're socializing together, and girls' clubs are forming, and a lot of the, pieces that we need to pull together and help each other and say, oh, yeah, that happened to me. Have you tried this? Or, look at it this way. And don't, stand tall and own your place as a woman and, get what you're worth.
I love it. And here in Colorado, I think we've got a thriving women's professional community.
Oh,
there's a lot of events and a lot of women's groups.
In large part due to you.
And so it's fabulous to see women stepping up and taking that role. And I think a lot of times we feel like, okay, they brought me in, to be on this panel, or they brought me in as part of this workshop, right, to be the woman. Like they needed to have some political diversity.
Token woman.
The token woman,
I hate that.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? And that may be true, like how we got there. And I think
that's okay. You celebrate that.
You celebrate that, right? Don't let that be a hindrance and hold you back.
Yeah, right. Don't whine about the fact of that. Use it, leverage it, take advantage of it.
Take that token and put it in the slot machine. Get $10.7 million.
Exactly.
I love that. So Robbie, how do you help women just get out of their own heads? Because I think a lot of times, a lot of this stuff, like, so what? That's why you were there. You're there. How do you help? I mean, how does this story embrace, or how does your character in the book, embrace her space? What is her aha moment that helps her finally realize, I'm a woman in the workplace, and it's okay?
Well, I think, it starts, at least when I'm mentoring other women, and the character in this book is very similar, is getting women to understand that they belong there, that they're not doing anybody a favor. Girls are raised to be pleasers, to be polite. Boys are raised to be bold and brash, and little girls are raised to be, polite and please, etc. And so if you have that pleasing mindset, and in the book we talk about, have you taken your seat at the table? Every company has a conference room, and there's usually seats at the table and then seats around the edge of the wall when there's not enough room for everybody. And I want women to take their seat at the table and not sit at the wall with their back, when they're looking at the backs of others, because they think they're being polite or pleasing. It's getting women out of it's that simple. In some ways, just that aha moment. It's like, yeah, I belong here. This is what I'm doing. Why should he be at the table, or why should she be at the table and I'm not at it? Just because I'm trying to be polite and I'm trying to please and say, oh, it's okay, I'll sit back here. You go ahead up there. And go ahead.
I'm sorry. I was just going to make sure that people know about your book. Our guest is Robbie Hardy. The book is called Upsetting the Table, Women Mentoring Women. Robbie, in our final minute or so together, let me ask you this. What role how do people step up to the role of mentoring, and what value does that bring to those who need it? I
say successful women who are want to give back, pay it forward, they can come to lessonsearned.org, which is a mentoring organization that I have. You probably have them in Colorado. They're all over the country. Or if you don't want to do it through an organization, you can look around your environment and find a young woman that is probably not living up to her potential and start mentoring right there.
I love it. Robbie has developed a national women-only mentoring program called Lessons Learned. It will debut. It's debuting this fall. Am I correct, Robbie?
In October, yes,
Awesome.
Here in the Research Triangle Park of North Carolina. Right.
I love it. And the website for that, Robbie?
Is lessonsearned.org.
Lessons Earned.
Oh, Lessons Earned. Sorry, I said Lessons Learned.
It's okay.
Earned.
Earned, learned, that's
we'll
okay.
take it. The book is Upsetting the Table. Pick up one for you and a fabulous woman in your life. You know them. You are them. Robbie, thanks so much for being our guest today.
Thank you so much.
Very exciting. Thank you.
Absolutely. And we'll end the segment with the same thing that I was leading to in the beginning of the segment, and that is you are a trendsetter in this area. Long before it was all the rage to have various women's organizations, you started a group called Ladies Who Lunch, doing amazing things, has hundreds of members today, and I see them everywhere. You're quite the girl.
Well, thank you. Always the prettiest, or not the prettiest, the most feminine girl at the table, that's for sure.
And celebrate that as well. I certainly do. I think that you are not to be...
And
I'm just going to shut my mouth.
That's all we have to say about that.
That's probably a good idea. Folks, don't go anywhere. When you get back, we're going to break out a sweat or two. Yep, our trainers are in the house. Come next on the Experience Pros Radio Show.
America's home for positive business talk. You're listening to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Contact them on the web at experiencepros.com.
Hey everyone, it's Eric. We're currently in a news break, but you can check out all the resources Experience Pros has to offer by visiting experiencepros.com. There you'll find the Extreme Customer Service Directory, information about our membership community, leads groups, networking events, and so much more. Are you looking to increase visibility for your small business? Look no further than experiencepros.com. Wondering what we can do for you? Ask any of our members, or better yet, call our office today and speak with one of our visibility experts. 720-344-2446. That's 720-344-2446. Hey everyone, it's Eric. We're currently in a news break, but you can check out all the resources Experience Pros has to offer by visiting experiencepros.com. There you'll find the Extreme Customer Service Directory, information about our membership community, leads groups, networking events, and so much more. Are you looking to increase visibility for your small business? Look no...
And like a drunken sailor, you're going to run out of money. That's the reality. This is not poker. This is your financial future.
It's helpful financial food for thought on your drive home with a host who tells it like it is. Market Wrap with Mo Ansari.
Weeknights at 6 on Denver's Money Talk, 1690 AM.
You've heard of the show Shark Tank, but you need to be aware of the real sharks out there. To grow your business, you need money yesterday, but the banks aren't helping. Hard money lending is the answer, but look out. There are sharks in the water. Attorney and CPA Steve Replin will help you navigate the waters, avoid the sharks, and best of all, get you the money. Avoid the chum. Check out hardmoneycoaching.com. 303-322-7919. That's 303-322-7919.
Are you concerned about outliving your money? How would you like to have guaranteed growth and a lifetime of income you could never outlive? Join Brett Roby for the Retirement and Income Radio Show on Saturdays at 7 a.m. and 11:30 a.m. right here on Denver's Money Talk, 1690 a.m. You can also call Brett Roby now for your free customized Safe Information Money Kit and 115-page Safe Money book at 866-780-7233, 866-780-SAFE.
My name is Mick. I was a drinker all my life. When I retired, my drinking became a daily habit. It even affected my health. My brother was having severe health issues because of alcohol, and it really scared me into action. When I heard Go Sober on the radio and their program of outpatient treatment, I knew it was tailor-made for me because I'm the sole caregiver for my wife. My experience at Go Sober changed my life immediately. The trainers and counselors were really great people. There was always someone to reach out to for support or guidance. The best part is the medical infusions eliminated the alcohol cravings. Now with my life restarted, I'm not just happier, I have a sense of joy because my spirit is eager to express my happiness. Call Go Sober. They could be the restart for your life too.
Reset your life. Call Go Sober 303-827-4837 or visit gosober.org. Let's talk about America's Wellness Clinic, where they are addressing two of the greatest concerns today, especially as people get older: health and financial well-being. Feeling perpetually unfocused, sluggish, tired, or exhausted for about the same cost as a daily cup of coffee, America's Wellness Clinic offers applications that can boost blood circulation, enhance energy, reduce stress, manage sleep, help mental acuity, and give regenerative abilities for sports and work injuries. Over 100,000 Americans die each year from adverse prescription drug reactions. America's Wellness Clinic provides a simple test that reveals which prescription drugs will work best for you. Soon, America's Wellness Clinic will be providing a non-invasive cancer predisposition test analyzing 31 genes linked to 8 of the most prevalent and devastating cancers. And what about your financial well-being? The professionals at America's Wellness Clinic provide continuous seminars and information about reverse mortgages, insurance, tax and estate planning, long-term care, college funding sources, alternative investments, and much more. Let America's Wellness Clinic provide you with sensible health and wealth solutions. Call 303-985-4604 or visit them online at americaswellnessclinic.com.
I wonder what America would look like if students like me took their Bibles to school. Yet in many schools, students are being told they can't. The truth is, you can bring your Bible to school. It's your First Amendment right.
Focus on the Family is sponsoring Bring Your Bible to School Day on Thursday, October 6th. It's a day for students to boldly put their religious freedoms into practice. Register for a chance to win a free trip for 4 to see the Newsboys in concert and meet the band in person. Go to bringyourbible.org. Bring your Bible to School Day. Bring it, share it, live it.
The Experience Pros Radio Show, home of the original Fan Braggin Fridays. Take just 20 seconds to become a business revolutionary by sharing a Fan Braggin story of great customer service by using the hashtag FanBrag or calling the Fan Braggin hotline at 855-FAN-BRAG, FANBRAG. Now back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
Hey, welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show with Angel and Eric. Very nice to have you along with us. And boy, am I excited about our crew in the studio today. When they say drop and give you 20, I do.
Yes, you at least give 2 or 3 for 4 more. Right? Yeah. You've seen Orange Theory Fitness, the OTF signs popping up all across the country. It's one of the nation's fastest growing new fitness centers. It is all the craze here in the Denver market. And of course, the very first one opened. Eric and I jumped in. We were so excited. We're going to talk about what makes Orange Theory better, different, why you should sign up today. We also have some promotional items for you just for mentioning Experience Pro. But we do have the entire crew from the Orange Theory Fitness in Centennial here in Colorado at Parker Road and Arapahoe Road. So that's the intersection of Parker and Arapahoe, which is where the best trainers, I think, in the entire country for Orange Theory are located. We have the assistant studio manager and coach, Susan Carey. We have their head trainer, Mike Lavati. And we also have their studio manager, Robert Bales. And Robert's been with Orange Theory in Centennial for 4 years. Robert, we're so excited to have you.
Yeah, thanks for having us, guys.
All right.
Robert, it's very nice to have you and super excited. Don't hurt me, please.
That's Mike's job.
He's the manager.
All right. Well.
He's the manager. All right. So, Robert, you've been growing a fitness center, right? And there's a lot of fitness centers to choose from. How is it, what has been like the biggest differentiator to help people pick coming into Orange Theory over every other place in town?
It's our product. That heart rate training gives us that extra advantage the other locations don't have. You go into a big box gym, you're just going on a treadmill, you're renting equipment.
Right.
With our heart rate training, you have the trainer and the feedback from the heart rate monitor to let you know how hard you're working during your class.
Right. I get into that orange zone almost immediately and pass it right up into the stroke zone almost immediately. Yeah. Yes, or Tuesday's workout, I spent 28 minutes in the in the hot zone.
I know, and I had like 4. I never quite get that.
You gotta work a little harder.
I gotta work a little harder. What's your favorite thing about working at Orange Theory?
I love the rowers. I love the rowing.
Yeah.
You know, I can just go in the middle of my shift, take a 15-minute break, and get some rowing in, get a workout in.
I've seen some of the girls that sit on those rowers. I love the rowers too.
I did a workout on Tuesday that didn't have any rowing in the workout, and I loved it.
That's because rowing's the best part. It's the best challenge.
If you say so. If you say so. All right, so Parker and Arapahoe Road, lots of other locations, obviously, to choose from. You know, you guys have a variety of class times. I know you guys just changed some of your class times. You guys are always trying to keep up with what people are looking for, yes?
Oh, yeah. And one of the new classes we added was the 1:30 on Tuesday, Thursday to kind of hit that before school gets out crowd.
Right.
And it's growing really fast already. We're in our second week of it. And you know, we saw 300% increase from last week.
Wow.
So that's doing great. We're adding some Sunday classes starting last weekend, right?
Yeah.
Think about this for a minute. You just said 300% increase, and we have chosen the 1:30 class. Coincidence?
Oh, could be, right?
I think not.
Yeah, it's not body mass, is it? That was the 300%.
No.
All right. Well, Susan, we have Susan and Carrie, the assistant studio manager. She's also a coach, and in fact, one of our new coaches. We've been really loving taking some of your classes.
Yes, I had you guys in class with me at 1:30 or on Tuesday.
Yes, ma'am. We're still feeling it, by the way. My hamstrings, especially. We did some hamstring exercises that, boy, howdy.
She had me up my weights a little bit.
I did. We're challenging you for sure.
She's like, Angel, you're stronger. You're stronger than that. So I appreciate that. Now, the customer experience is a big deal when it comes to Orange Theory Fitness. All across the boards, how do you guys train your staff to make sure that they're offering that customer experience?
Well, in our studio in particular, something that I think really sets us apart, maybe from any other Orange Theory as well, is that we really like to promote the sense of community and culture. We are our Orange family. This is my immediate family, and then every other Orange Theory is my extended family. Sure. And we want to promote that within our studio walls, both with our members and our staff. So we train our staff to make sure that when they are greeting a potential member, current member, even a former member, that they're always doing it with a smile, the same way you would greet a family member or a really close friend. We care about our members and our staff.
You know, I think a gym membership is one of the easiest things for people to sign up for. It's also one of the easiest things for people to not use. How do you guys encourage your members to continue to show up? Because you know, at the end of a long day or even in the middle of my workday, I can think of 100 other things that I could be doing other than going and working up a sweat.
We call that donating to our Orange cause. Something that really sets Orange Theory apart, any Orange Theory, is that we create an accountability factor, something that helps with success rates. Like Robert had already stated, with a bigger box gym, you rent equipment. You come in, you swipe your card, you go do what you do. Nobody knows if you're there or not. As long as you're paying at the end of the day, that's really what matters. At our studio, we miss you when you're not there.
It's like Cheers.
It is. Everybody knows your name and your business. Yeah. We like to make sure to set up that sense of accountability and relationship. You tend not to let down your friends or people that care about you, and you also don't miss a business meeting. So if you put it on your calendar, you're more likely to make your class. You know when it starts, you know when it ends. You've signed up, you're being held accountable, and that accountability fact really helps that.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
It is a super friendly crowd, and you notice when we show up, and you make it a point to even during the class, they call you by name, and they, all of the trainers know us by names. All right, so Mike Lavati, head trainer.
What's up with the burpees, mister?
Right?
You love burpees. Oh. Everybody loves burpees. It's not actually, we were just talking about, you got an email, what was it, a few weeks ago, that just wondering where you were?
Yeah, well,
you guys are on vacation,
I've been on vacation,
which is acceptable.
Yeah,
right. We've been on the receiving end every now and then, and we try and go. We go every week. We kind of have our schedule throughout the week, but every now and then something does come up and takes us away. And when we miss a couple of weeks, we do hear from you guys, which I love it. I appreciate it. You've got a great social media family as well. Everybody posting some fun pictures of themselves. All right, so Mike, what is the difference? Talk about the heart rate training that makes Orange Theory so fabulous.
So I'd say you get the results immediately. So you can see the big screens up there. Every second that screen is updating with what your heart rate is. You know, when the coach says we're going push pace, get into the orange, you can see yourself change right into that orange. Either, you know, you're working hard enough or you're not working hard enough.
Right.
You know, you got your neighbors sitting right next to you. Now, again, it's not a big competition with them. But you might, right, you look at that person next to you, that pushes you a little bit harder. That's the whole cool thing about the group training atmosphere. Specifically for me, I love challenging people on the rowers.
Yeah.
Always setting up those times and to count down. And if I had a rower in here right now, you'd be sitting on it.
Yeah. But you know, you got these hot little cuties that are running next to you, and they're going at 10 miles an hour, and I'm trying to keep up at 8, and like, oh, you know, it's stroke zone. But it's good for you. The first 3 weeks that I was involved with Orange Theory, and we're going back 2.5 years now, I lost 17 pounds and 10 inches in 3 weeks.
Nice.
You do get immediate results.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think another cool thing, there's tons of progress markers literally every day you walk in there. You know, you watch your heart rate and you know that, well, today I'm going a half mile an hour faster than I was last week.
Right.
On the rower, you can see yourself getting faster every single time you sit on it. That's why I really harp on people to set up the rowers to count down with the meters so the clock stops. You see exactly where you're at.
Nice.
Every day you're in there, there's something you can see progress with from probably the day before.
We're talking to Robert and Susan and Mike of Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe here in Centennial, Colorado. Orange Theory Fitness, of course, all around the country. And so wherever you're hearing our voice right now, don't forget to go check out Orange Theory Fitness. Check them out at orangetheoryfitness.com. And here in this local area, if you mention Experience Pros, you're going to get some cool stuff.
Right. Let's actually, Susan, you've got some free goodies or some deals for Experience Pros.
We have a deal. If you come in and work out, I highly recommend the Tuesday, Thursday at 1:30 with Eric and Angel. If you call to book your intro class and mention the Experience Pros, we will give you an extra free session within your first week. Wow. So you'll get to really experience what it's like to have a week within our studio walls.
You're also offering 50% off that heart rate monitor.
We are going to give you 50% off your heart rate monitor when you join.
Yeah, so you're going to wear a heart rate monitor every time you go into the class. You are really challenging yourself. You get to pace yourself, monitor your own success. And like Mike said, you find yourself running faster. Susan encouraging me to lift heavier weights. And I think that's the benefit. Not only is it's group coaching, but it's like private coaching at the same time.
It really
is.
It's
personal training in a group fitness setting. So you're never left to your own devices. We make sure that you have proper form, that you're not going to get injured, and that there's somebody there holding you accountable, making sure that you challenge yourself to do better.
Susan, I mean this with all respect, but you were one of those ones who were running next to me at a pace that I couldn't keep up with, and yet you challenged me to increase. And then when I thought, well, here's the rowers, at least I get to sit down. Oh, no. Susan says, let's work on your form.
And she comes to get you. All right, so contact information for the Orange Theory Fitness at Centennial. What's the phone number?
Wonderful. The number is 303-645-4290. You can call or text us at that number.
There you go.
We are available to you. You can also go to orangetheoryfitness.com, go to studio locations, go to Colorado, and look up Centennial East.
Perfect. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. We appreciate you. And we appreciate you for tuning into this, the most positive business talk show in America. Now drop and give me 20.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
Denver's Money Talk, 1690 AM.
Stock markets go up and go down. Hi, I'm Linda Gardner, host of Your Money, Your Retirement, Saturday morning at 10 on Denver's Money Talk. Are you worried about the markets? How will you protect your assets? With recent stock market volatility, where should your money be now? Call me today and schedule a complimentary stress test of your portfolio. Call 720-488-8604. That's 720-488-8604. Or go to yourmoneyyourretirement.com. That's yourmoneyyourretirement.com.
Join Dave Tabor every Saturday morning from 8 to 10 for Pro Business Colorado. Colorado is where world-class entrepreneurs want to be and where their teams want to be. From breakthrough technology to restaurants, services, and beer, Dave is getting the word out about small business secrets to success. Pro Business Colorado is where you'll hear from world-class entrepreneurs. So tune in Saturday mornings 8 to 10 on 1690 AM and catch past shows at probusinesscolorado.com.
How many times have we quit drinking only to start again after a few days, maybe even the same day? I'm Greg Hoffman, founder of Go Sober. There's a reason we can't stay quit for long. When we drink alcohol frequently, over time it dampens the reward response. Then, when we quit, we can't produce enough rewards, so we go into a deficit and our brain starts cueing us to replenish. Alcohol does this instantly, so most of us resume drinking. The key is, how do we restore the dopamine response so we get what we need naturally once again? At Go Sober, we not only restore the dopamine response, we also stack the deck in your favor to produce these rewards naturally like we used to before alcohol. Call us today to find out how this works. Our goal for you is indifference towards alcohol and happiness starting today. Call us at 303-827-4837 or find us at gosober.org.
Reset your life. Call Go Sober 303-827-4837 or visit gosober.org.
Have you racked up more than $10,000 in credit card debt? Are you barely getting by, making minimum payments? You should know the credit card companies are tricking you into thinking there's no way out. Credit card companies would rather you didn't know that there are ways you can become debt-free and you don't have to pay the entire amount you owe. There are debt relief programs that help people like you escape overwhelming credit card debt. National Debt Relief has helped tens of thousands of people just like you reduce more than $500 million of debt. National Debt Relief has helped so many people they're A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau. You don't have to declare bankruptcy or take out a consolidation loan. You have the right to settle your debt for a mere fraction of what you owe. Reduce a large portion of your debt now. Call National Debt Relief at 800-518-4020. 800-518-4020. 800-518-4020.
Stifling regulations, the overtime rule, burdening health care laws, overtaxation. Small business in America is under attack. My name is Jeff Wazen, and I serve as president of the Colorado Business Roundtable. Today, business failures now outpace new business startups. In order to protect the American economy, we need to implement policies that will help small businesses grow. That's why the Colorado Business Roundtable is proud to support the Bring Small Businesses Back national tour, kicking off right here in Colorado. This tour will discuss real ways to fight back against a record number of new regulations and burdensome mandates. Join Job Creators Network President Alfredo Ortiz, Congressman Mike Kaufman, Heidi Ganal, and KNUS host and Denver attorney Dan Kaplis on Monday, August 29th at 8:30 a.m. at the Hyatt Regency DTC. Visit cobrt.com or 710knus.com to register for this free event and learn more about the Bring Small Businesses Back tour.
This is Dan Kaplis. A wise person once told me, if you don't have a seat at the table, you are going to end up on the menu. I think that applies directly to personal injury and wrongful death cases. If you're not represented by a highly accomplished law firm, the insurance company is probably going to eat you for lunch and you'll never even know it. So if you want to make sure that you and your claim are treated with the respect you deserve, give me a call. We are a serious firm for serious cases. And for 30 years, we have proven our ability to go up against the best the other side has to offer and to win. Our personal injury clients include everyone from the poorest of the poor to CEOs, teachers, farmers, police officers, doctors, lawyers, and professional athletes. We are able to make the vast resources of our firm available to good people from all walks of life by taking righteous cases on a percentage fee basis. You can reach me at 303-770-5551. That's 303-770-5551 or dankapleslaw.com. That's dankapleslaw.com.
Revolutionizing the way people treat people in business. The Experience Pros, America's home for positive business talk.
Hey, welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Very nice to have you along with us. We are here to inspire you to get your business right, which means you might want to drop and give me 20 or just tune into the show every day.
Right. And you can follow Orange Theory Fitness even on social media, which is super fun, right? And take some pictures and before and after pictures or pictures of the heavy weights that you're lifting now and wherever you're going, right? Social media is super fun to be a part of. It's super effective as a business tool. But don't you wish you had a few experts giving you some expert advice on, because I think it can be also overwhelming and you feel like it's a complete waste of time. You can go the other side of the coin as well.
Absolutely.
And so Inc.com compiled the most tweetable quotes and insights from experts who took the stage at Social Fresh 2016. So these are the top social media experts. And here's how you can apply their wisdom to your social accounts, your marketing strategy, and your entire business.
All right, let's see what the Brainiacs have to say.
Jeremy Goldman, founder of Firebrand Group and author of Getting to Like. Isn't that cute?
Yes,
right?
I
Getting
like
to
that.
like.
Mhm.
He says, become goal-oriented. If you try to check off too many boxes at once, you won't be successful at any of your objectives, right? It's like trying to be, jack of all trades, master of none. And when it comes to social media, I think we often think, I've got to be on all of them.
Yeah, you really don't. In fact, the more you dilute your brand, the more your brand gets diluted.
Well, and because each media platform requires a different methodology.
Absolutely.
And so I think a lot of times what you end up finding is you copy and paste and you do the same thing on LinkedIn that you did on Facebook, that you did on Twitter, that you do on Snapchat, that you do on Instagram. You can't do it that way.
agree.
So become goal-oriented. What do you want to do and pick the right platform for you?
Sally Hogshead, the New York Times bestselling author of How the World Sees You, says every time you communicate, you're either adding value or taking up space.
Ouch.
but true. If you're going to, social media is intended to be social. And so if you want to take a picture of the amazing chicken taco that you just cooked, that's fine. That's fine. But if it's all pictures of chicken tacos, then you probably end up taking up more space.
Right. And unless you are a chicken taco connoisseur,
Which
and
I
that's
am.
your business,
Yeah,
right?
well.
Right? Sorry.
All right.
I added that second part.
Sorry.
Jeff Ostroff, manager of Calm at Don't Panic Management. He says, quantity is not quality. More is not better.
And nobody understands that better than the shortest girl in the room.
More is not always better. It's just more, right? And so for your social posts, your business, and anything else, only commit to and execute on as much as you can reasonably do well. Anything more than that isn't helping you achieve your goals.
Liz Kennedy, Director of Content and Social Media for Fresh Direct, says this: if you have to convince someone to work with you, it's probably not the right fit. I agree with that. I have said for years that we are not in the convincing business. And it's true. If you got to beg somebody, love should be from the heart. It shouldn't be persuaded. And I'm talking about love for your brand, love for your business, love for your management style. You fill in the blanks. Maybe even in your personal life, it should not be compulsory.
Heather Taylor, Director of Creative Strategy at The Economist, says give them what they want and need, not just what you want to give them.
I sell widgets.
Right?
You need a widget.
We get lost in our own goals. We have the thing, our message we want to share, the thing we want to push, right? But in social media, it's all about me, right? It's all about what do I want to look at? What do I want to watch? What do I want to share? And if you're not adding value, well, we'll go back up to lesson number 3. You're taking up space.
Exactly. And I think that this is an interesting point here. Sarah Evans, the digital correspondent for many major brands, says this, and boy, I agree with it when it comes to the radio, and I'm going to apply it to all forms of media, including social.
I think this is going to be our new tagline.
It should be. If it doesn't make people care, share, or swear, it's boring.
If it doesn't make people care, share, or swear.
It's okay to be controversial from time to time. If you're looking for the reaction that goes, oh, you're such a moron, pick up the phone and tell me about it.
Right? We're trying to create an emotional reaction.
Right.
People who shop, they shop based on emotions. They share based on emotions. They connect with you based on emotion. If I have no emotion, period, whatsoever, it's blasé, I'm going to scroll right past it. You're going to become invisible in my world as the consumer. I do like that. If it doesn't make people care, share, or swear, it is boring. All right, the next one, also Sally Hogshead. She says, New York Times bestselling author of How the World Sees You. Build the message first, build the media second. She says, if you don't know what you're going to say, don't worry about how you're going to say it yet. Focus on your message, on your goal, your story, and then determine the best way to get it out into
the world. And I know in your preacher days, you used to really have, people would find a message and then they'd find a scripture verse to support it.
Absolutely. And that's the biggest way to start a cult that I know of.
Right. So find the scripture verse and then the story that supports it.
You have to have an authority. Attention is like water, says Ferris Jacob. He is the author of Paid Attention, Innovative Advertising for Digital World. Attention is like water. You cannot control it, but you can guide it. That's wisdom.
Another one from Sally Hogshead, best-selling author of How the World Sees You. It's good to be great. It's better to be different.
I think I love her.
Right? A lot of things are good, she says, but all those good things will begin to blend together if they're not differentiated. Don't aim to be one of the several quote-unquote good options or even one of several great options. Aim to be the only option because you're the one that offers a different solution, a different approach, or different value. Mm-hmm. I do. I'm liking Sally a lot.
Thanks to listener Bryce, who's checking out some of our quotes and coming back and saying he likes that. Here's the last one. We're going to go back to Jeff Ostroff. He's the manager of Calm at Peace, or at Don't Panic Management. He says this, and I think, Angel, you will have to agree. Planning is sexy.
Oh, yes, it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it is.
So make a plan today.
Make a plan today. It is super duper sexy. Plan to listen to the Experience Pros radio show, to bookmark experienceprosdeals.com for your best deals in town. Check us out at experiencepros.com for your advocacy as a small business owner. Eric, I wanted to let you know, Penny chimed in when we were talking about Howard Johnson earlier in the show. Mm-hmm. She said there used to be one here in Colorado at Hampton and I-25. And she said, I used to go there for ice cream with my parents.
I probably used to wink at her from another booth across the way.
Wouldn't you, though? The cute little redhead in Absolutely.
All right, guys, that's it for our show. Don't forget to fan brag. Be intentional. Call 855-FAN-BRAG. Wait a minute, you didn't pick up the phone and call? Well, maybe that's your call right now. We'll be back tomorrow with more positive business talk. I'll be in Vegas. Bye-bye. Sounds like In-N-Out Burgers for me.
You're listening to the Experience Pros Radio Show, America's home for positive business talk. This is the Experience Pros Radio Show with business revolutionaries Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer. For more information, you can contact the Experience Pros by calling 720-344-2446 or contact them on the web at experiencepros.com or on Facebook and Twitter at Experience Pros. If your customers love you, we want to know you. What are you waiting for? Join the revolution.
KDMT Arvada, Denver. Denver's only business radio station serving Denver's financial community and the everyday investor. Money Talk, 1690 AM.
Thank you.